The train headed for Sunset City will be departing soon.
I'm very excited to hang out with my friends today.
The appropriate amount of stoke.
I am properly stoked.
Appropriate amount of stoke.
I have an adequate stoke.
I have too many stoke.
We're live, so you know what that means.
Stokes.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to Sunset
No,
City.
not yet. No, you got on the count of three.
Oh my god.
On the count of three. All right.
What do you mean
And
on
a
count
one.
of three? It's already over.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Welcome everybody.
Welcome everybody to Sunset City.
Welcome to Sonic podcast, classic modern games.
I have Channel Pumping, Garrel 64,
Channel Pumping,
Garrel
Frank,
64,
and we have an
and
interview with us named
Channel
Dominique.
Pup.
Yes.
Gotta be Frank.
Yeah,
And
gotta be
Dominic.
Frank.
Gene
That's
Martin.
right. I love
Did
it.
you want to do the housekeeping?
1, 2, 3, 4. This is the super chat we've
Housekeeping.
got at the
Super chats are read out at the end of the show.
Super chats. If you buy money, we'll be happy. Yes, we'll be happy.
Oh my
But real
god.
quick, also thank you to 3 Monic for sending out 5 Sunset City gift memberships. That's so
Yeah, thank you for that.
irresponsible
Very nice.
of you. Thank you.
We were supposed
I
to
had
read that.
to upload on my own podcast.
Oh man, I can't believe we have to do stuff for members now.
Oh, look at me! I have
Oh,
to
look
do
at
stuff
me!
for
I get
members
money
now.
to talk about.
Oh, look at me! I have to do things now.
Oh.
Oh.
The fucking coffee.
This is amazing. You've all just become a hive mind.
Yes, exactly.
So
I love
yes,
200
we've got,
episodes of Sunset City does to a man.
Yeah. Yes. This
We
is your
brought
brain
Dom
on
in
drugs.
today
Any questions?
because Dom is skilled, and I figured. So here's the thing: you want your 200th episode to be a bit introspective. You want to talk about the times we had and stuff. So we'll be rolling the first clip now. No, I'm just fucking kidding. As if I'd subject you to a clip show for episode 200.
I was about to be very surprised you had a clip show.
Can you imagine if we had a fucking clip show? No.
We could have done that if we had talked about it.
No, it would ruin it. No one wants a clip
true.
show. It's just stuff you've seen before.
No, that's
So-
funny. That's funny that we did a clip show instead of doing a real special. That's like what lazy TV shows do.
We'll do a clip show for episode 300.
It'd be ironic.
It's like, congratulations, here's the reruns of the stuff you've seen before. Have
No,
fun.
it's a clip show of the best moments. We go, you remember that time? It's like Family Guy. You know, like remember that time
Oh,
when
yeah,
we,
well-
the time?
yeah.
Remember the time?
It always turns. The episode is about the good times they had. Yeah, right. And
Yeah.
then they go through like
Oh,
the cliff notes of like their friendship. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're
Oh, yeah.
still...
The friends
The
you made
clip-
along the way.
The clip show should have
Yeah.
been like us trying to set up Family Guy cutaway gags, and it would just be clips
The
of
whole
us.
time.
I mean,
Yeah,
remember,
of course.
remember
We
the
would have
time
to
we did the Family Guy special, guys, and Dylan made us the Family Guy avatars?
That's
I
true.
still have it, and I use it every once in a while.
That's
But okay, like for real, like getting into like the main thing, we've got Dom here today because you want us to talk about ourselves, but you can't just suddenly start talking about yourselves and your history and shit. Dom here is really fucking good at asking the right questions, poking the right bears, squeezing the right limbs.
Bears.
So
Please be careful what you say.
he's
The
going to
right
be
bear.
taking care of us today, and I
Squeezing
figured it'd
the
be a
right
nice
bears, you know?
opportunity for us to just sit back and do nothing while he does all the work.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, they needed an
He also
independent
has to live with
adjudicator, and
me
they got
as
me
well.
involved.
He lives in the same building
Yes.
as me.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Literally
very sorry
about.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Fuck up.
We're a few meters away from each other at all times. It's quite mad, really.
Okay, not at all times. Sometimes you go to work. Sometimes I'm in
And
my
sometimes
room.
you go for
Yeah.
midnight
Sometimes you go to
walk.
work, and sometimes I
Sometimes I
follow
go for my
you. You know, like that's
midnight
just
walk,
what.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I follow you to work. Sometimes I yell. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, sometimes I call you. Sometimes I'm like.
Sometimes
why
I
don't you
see
love
him
me more?
breathing at the window.
Yeah, it's
All fine.
He barks at the window.
What do you usually do when I'm away?
Barks
Wait
out
for you to get
He
back.
barks out the window.
Hey, Dom, I'm bored. Come out and play. No, no.
No, please.
The antics are fresh.
I need to take care of my children. Please leave me alone.
I don't have kids, thank God.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All
no.
right, well, Dom, the episode is yours from here on out, man. You just guide us through it, man. Like, show us what you've got. Yeah.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm Dom, Dominus TV, whatever you want to call me, etc. Just not Richard Ayoade. Anyway, so I would like to begin by asking these delightful peoples here, how did you all
Were they-
actually meet?
Did you just
Oh,
you
us.
people us?
Yes,
No,
all 4 of you.
Yep.
How did we meet?
All right. Well, I mean,
Um,
should we? What should we start? Who do you want to start?
I mean, we should
I would
probably start with
say-
who met who first. I'm guessing you knew Frank first, didn't
All
you?
right. Yeah. So Frank and I met. It's been almost what like almost 9 years, I think. Give or
It would
take.
be 8 years,
8 years,
and
give or take.
we met through Dave Ace.
Yes. Yeah, we were doing Sonic Mania videos, all three of us at the same time, and we decided like, hey, we should do a collab with this guy because he's doing the same thing we're doing. And Dave reached out, and we did like a first little trio video it's still up on the channels, and it was that was it from there.
And then I guess you'd meet Trey at Sonic Revolution at the same one where I met you, Dylan, right?
Yeah.
I met you both. I mean,
Oh, it
Trey, I
wasn't
talked to you
Sonic
for
Revolution.
a millisecond, but
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Like I think I've
Sega
always
Fan
followed
Jam.
everyone for a good
yeah,
while.
no, and we talked online, like on
yeah.
text and stuff before, but
Well,
But
in
never, like,
we
in
hadn't
person.
spoken at all. But I knew who you were because I recognized the logo of your channel and stuff, and I was like, oh, the jacket, you have the jacket, that's cool. I
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
No, I remember that. Like, because basically, I know that you were talking to Sam at the time. This would have been Sega Fan Jam Remix 2022.
Yeah, I was
And-
there with Evan and Sam and Kenny. No, like, I guess they went alone. I was there with Evan technically.
And I was like, shit, it's that little guy from the YouTube. From I watched his videos in lockdown and stuff, like on the 8-bit Sonics and stuff like that. I mean, the first time I actually saw any of Dylanus's content was like when it was like I knew nothing about Sonic Rivals because I don't think anyone knows anything about Sonic Rivals, and I was like, I want to see a Sonic Rivals review. I watched that, and I was
I
like,
hope you
he's a
didn't watch
funny...
the second one. That was
Yeah, I watched
was
both,
bad.
but
I
I
need
was
to
like, it's a
redo
funny
that.
little scrimbly jimbly, and I just kind of started.
I did not give that game
binge-watching.
enough chance.
I started binge watching, and I got to like Sonic Lost World on the 3DS is good, and I was like, okay, this guy's a fucking maniac. So like, that's I kind of respect it. But like,
It's like,
yeah,
I need to be his friend because I'm also a maniac. You know.
I see this dude
There's
at
reason.
fucking
That's how he introduced me. Yeah.
Fan Jam.
Hi, I'm a
Remix,
maniac.
and I'm just like, hey, I used to watch a lot of your videos under the lockdown. I mean, I still do. And then he was like, oh yeah, you got the jacket and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's based on my dog. He's dead. That was like one of the first things I said to him.
Oh my god!
It's funny. I don't remember that as much. Like that doesn't stick out in my head as much as the pleasantries. So that's good. Like it was a good first impression.
The better side of me is the more memorable one, apparently. And then as for Frank, I met him through Fortnite via Dylan when we were going to play some Fortnite, trying to unlock Peter Griffin. And Dylan was just like, hey, is it cool if Frank joins us? And I was like, yeah, let's get Frank in. And then
That session is just like it started off with like just chatting with him for a little bit, and it just delved into just quoting Family Guy.
And nothing but.
It was the most appropriate time for that to happen, considering we were grinding to get Peter Griffin.
We were playing
Yeah.
like this terrible
Yeah.
parkour thing, and Pup got stuck on the bottom of it.
I
It was trying to figure out how to
glitched and I
get
got
it
stuck
out.
in the water and I wasn't
I-
respawning in the right place.
I would say it was a bland parkour thing. I thought it was pretty easy. It just didn't really. It wasn't really
Well,
much
they
like
started
stimulation
repeating
for the
stuff.
brain.
It's just very long. Like, they started
Yeah.
repeating the course,
I
like,
mean, it's free
5
XP
times.
too. So like,
It
It
was
is.
good for that, but I remember when I fell in that water, the next day I was like, no, we're going to confront this. We're going to do this right. And I did
Oh,
it, and
yeah.
I get to the end expecting like a big EXP payout or something. What do I get? Okay, now it's time for you to touch grass. And I'm like, what? So that person thinks they're funny.
They know their players.
Yeah. There you go. Well, I guess I'm the only one.
I met Trey
yeah,
through
Trey
Nick
does.
as well.
Because I
Like,
met
Yeah.
through. Well, like I met Pup in person first time. I think at Sonic Revolution.
that wasn't the
2022.
first time we met, though.
No, but like in person is what I'm saying.
Oh, right, yeah,
Like, in
in
person,
person. Yeah.
Yeah, in person I met you at Sonic Revolution 2022.
It
which
was weird
a
how
few
normal
months-
that all felt as well. It's like, hey, it's this guy. Like, we know each other.
Yeah,
We knew-
well, we met at dinner. I remember because we were with like Belena and Nick was there.
we went to
um,
BJ's,
Come here.
and you let me have a little bit of
Yes.
your chicken.
That's true. Yes. And I was like, oh
Nick
shoot,
couldn't eat
and it was just a
anything
fun
either
time.
because he had a gangrenous gallbladder, which sounds like a Robotnik insult.
That does sound like a bit of either a Robotnik or Magnificent Motobug insult.
You
know what's funny?
gangrenous gallbladder.
Didn't make Motobug use alliteration because of Robotnik, but that's actually a really good reason as to why he would. in that series because he was programmed by Robotnik.
Of Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah.
That's
But,
like it's kind of like taking the. Anyway, sorry, enough about me.
No, you're good. But like, we're just kind of just shooting the shit at the moment. But
Yeah.
I think the first time I met Pup, like in call, I really want to say was through Nick on Sunset City.
It was a Sunset City episode.
Yeah, where and here's what happened, and you can still find it on this very channel. The Discord just entirely blew up. It like I remember we were on call with Cirrus, Wayne, Nick, and we had to go to Zoom for like 10 minutes because we all got the free trial of Zoom. And then whenever Discord came back up, we finally switched back over. But the entire thing was already fucked. So like Pup had to make a MS Paint ass like background where I was put into a jar and everyone was drawn very crudely. And we just talked, for hours. And it was so sweet because like I used to have a lot of Sonic covers on my channel. So the way that they were gonna like introduce me to Sunset City was by showing off the stuff that I do on my own. And I was like, oh, that's very sweet. And then everything just went to shit with Discord and couldn't really do that in the end. And
we completely lost
The
track
thought
of what
that
the
counts?
episode was going to be as well. There's a point where, like, at the 45-minute mark, I'm like, so music, right? Like,
yeah, and we all just like fucking burst out laughing, I think.
So Trey, you've played the guitar once.
Yeah, like how do you I think and it was at the
what's
time
your
where
favorite string?
Yeah. My least favorite.
How do you spell guitar, Trey? Do you know?
Yeah. You know, I'm having war flashbacks right now because this exact thing happened where they were just like, Trey, like, how do you do this? Why?
Play us in.
Music?
Play us the Station Square theme.
Did you play
we were
Smoke
Play us a
on the
little
Water? Yeah.
Hey, excuse me?
First of all, no, I'm not doing
I
that.
did. No, sorry. Playing Diddy is not relating to the guy. That is
I finally got that
know.
now. I was
Diddy is
thinking
like
of...
something fucking Mickey Mouse
thinking
would
of
say. He'd be like,
Ditty.
hey, play a little Diddy, Goofy, and then Goofy would
No,
play.
you're fine.
didn't
I
do
My
know.
mind
Trust
didn't
me, I
go
know.
there this time.
No, you're fine. But yeah, that was the first time I met. Well, also the first time I think I met Wayne and Circe as well, because me and Nick were friends for at least a good while beforehand, and we like stayed up late nights just talking about whatever, and like that's where I kind of met everybody. That's how I got kind of introduced to the Sunset City ecosystem, I guess. And it was through a train wreck. I think it literally says
Yeah, the train
Sunset
headed for
City train
Sunset
wreck.
City has
the
broken
train
down.
has
Trey
yeah,
spelled Treyn.
yeah, train. Yeah, very clever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I've met. And then through just like going to conventions and stuff and like meeting people, meeting mutual friends, I met Dylan and Frank along the way. I think it was through me joining Sunset City that I actually got to talk to Dylan and Frank more, even though I've known
Yeah,
them
I
for a
only-
good
yeah,
while.
kinda.
I only really followed you on like social media for a while, and then once you kind of got brought in to the podcast, that's when we actually started talking.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
unfollowed me. Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
Enough is enough.
Okay.
Problematic
Well, right,
train
like, how's
nobles.
that for an answer, Dom? You
Exactly.
happy? Is that?
I think that's
is that?
yeah,
Will the Daily
That
Planet
perfectly-
like that?
perfectly sums up everything. I think the Daily Planet, the Daily Bugle would probably have some questions, but you know what? It's fine. JJ's unbelievable.
Weird.
Anyway,
Oh wait,
so-
that's Homer, not JJ.
what are you doing, Homer, for JJ?
Spider-Man fan
What
over
are you
here.
talking about?
What's that? Anyway,
Give me
okay.
pictures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Anyway,
So.
Me when I go to Google.
I've got a bunch of group questions, but I also have questions for like each one of you as well. So those will just
Okay.
hit you at some point in the near
Ow.
future. And I also I will just go over there and hit him specifically. And I also have a quickfire round we can do later, which I will not tell
Alright.
you any details of until we get to it.
Okay.
And I assume we'll be doing super chats after that. Yeah.
Yeah, Super
At the
Chats
end?
will be the
Yeah,
last
at the end.
part. Like that will be the
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, wonderful. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So we'll get into our Lord and Savior, the Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'd like to ask you each. So starting with Pup, what was your first Sonic game, and what about it made you get into this franchise?
Okay, so my first Sonic game was actually my first like video game ever. And that was Sonic 1, because my dad had a Mega Drive. And I would have been at the age where I could barely hold a controller and I was still crapping my pants. I mean, I still do now occasionally for a treat. But like back then, it was like, it was a big disaster. Anyways,
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I must say that's a joke. But like, so
That was not a joke. He is being 100%
Something happens to
serious.
people sometimes. You just need the adult diapers.
Sonic
Yeah,
was
exactly.
a presence very early
They
on
call
in
them
life.
nappies.
Okay, guys, and we had Sonic 1 and 2 on the Sega Mega Drive. And, like, to be honest, those weren't the games that turned Sonic into, like, a religious experience for me. That was Sonic Unleashed in 2008. One day, I had just gotten, like, my Xbox 360 for Christmas, and I remember I had Spider-Man 3, the game, but I had the PS2 version. I was like, well, what is this? I want the full thing. And eventually, after I got the Xbox 360, I took some games to be traded in to get Spider-Man 3, the game. But they were like, we don't have it in at the moment, and you can only get a discount on it. Like, you don't have enough value to get Spider-Man 3, the game. And then I was like, okay, well, we can always wait then. And then my dad was like, or you could try out the Sonic. That's a new thing, right? Like, people like Sonic. And I was like, all right, you know what? You seem to be putting a lot of stake into this, so I'll get the Sonic. And then, you know, I was expecting a fun, speedy experience. What I wasn't expecting was, like, such a cool story and to really, like, fall in love with these characters and this world and stuff. And then from there, I made sure I caught up on all the Sonic stuff. And so it goes. And I gotta say, fuck Spider-Man 3, the game. You know, if I'd gotten that, I would have been pissed. It's a shitty game, and Lizard Part 4 sucks butts. So, yeah, that's how I got into Sonic.
Hey, be careful with that. Okay?
Yeah, we can't. Oh, no. We can only text it out. We only can't text it out.
No,
We
you
can say
can't
it.
text it.
You're texting it
Yeah,
out
you
is
can't-
the worst thing.
You can't
Like,
text it. Yeah. Just like
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Damn. Anyway, Garrulus64, the same question to you. What was your
Hi.
first Sonic game?
Yeah, so my first Sonic game, I'm pretty sure was Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut on the GameCube, because I am 29 and I was a kid when that version came out. I also had Sonic Advance and Advance 2 on GBA, which I did not like because I was horrible at them, and I still am, but I like them now at least. I liked those games a lot, but I kind of wasn't that into Sonic until 2011, where Sonic Generations was coming out, and I'd always sort of liked the older Sonic games. I'd played the 3D games as time went on. I played some of the 2D ones. And when Generations was coming out, I was like, this is an interesting opportunity. Like, I don't know much about this franchise, so why don't I really dive in and play everything for real, from the lens of a high schooler, because I was in high school. And from there, I played every Sonic game in order, developed my opinions more fully, my more adult opinions, and from there, I was hopelessly obsessed, and I couldn't break out. It's been with me ever since. In a good way, because I've met a lot of wonderful people, of course. But I'm also I'm a Sonic fan, so
Comes.
Yeah, so that's just like a
a
negative in life, Just
it's possibly if I put that on a dating profile, then I get killed. Like that, then you
I love that.
yeah.
you don't put
Pros.
Sonic. I love Sonic the Hedgehog on the dating profile because that's
I love that. Pros, Sonic fan. Cons,
even
Sonic
YouTube.
fan.
Like when I would put that on the dating profiles, I'd be like, yeah, I'm a YouTuber or a content creator. I wouldn't say what it was. That was like,
you
I
wouldn't
need to
want
be able to like,
because all you need is someone
know?
to weaponize that, like.
Yeah. But anyway, that was my introduction to Sonic, and I haven't really. I've looked back, but not given up.
You know what, Dylan?
One
Sonic
Dylan, real quick,
colours.
I actually do have something I want to bring up now that you mentioned, like, dating profile. You say you're a YouTuber, but you don't say what it's from. Like what you cover. A friend of mine tried to set me up with one of her friends, and that was like one of the first things she said. Like, oh, he makes videos on like Sonic games. I'm like, and when I found that, I'm like,
go out with them.
one time.
I think it makes you
Okay.
realize
See,
that
that's
we're
good.
the only people that are really like nervous about it. Like an average person's like, oh, he likes Sonic, that's cool.
Yeah, no, people think it's cool. I will tell you though, I
Well,
went on a date once in college, and I was like, hey, yeah. So she went, so what do you do for work? And I went, oh, I'm a YouTuber. I make content and stuff. She was like, wow, that's cool. And then no other questions happened, and I was like, that's all I have.
Well,
This is not good.
The thing is, it was like,
Oh no.
it was. The thing was like, it wasn't that bad. When it was like, oh yeah, I said that you make Sonic videos, and then I showed some of your videos to them. I'm like, you could have just not done that.
Yeah, the
that's
worst thing is like when you meet someone and they're like, "Oh, you got YouTube? Oh, what's it cool?" And then they look it up and they start playing the video in front of you, and I'm just like, "I want to turn inside
that's
out."
the worst.
I'm actually gonna die. Yeah, no.
It genuinely feels like you're being waterboarded.
I'm gonna find the nearest jumpable cliff and go wee. You know, like that's just what's gonna happen.
In Minecraft,
my,
in
my
Minecraft.
brain
In
suffers
Minecraft, in
until
Minecraft,
they
in
finally
Fortnite.
they turn it off. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my answer. Sorry. Next.
Fabulous. So over to you, Trey.
Okay. All right. So the first video game I've ever played was Sonic 2, alongside Bubsy. Hilariously enough.
Oh,
Very
it
good
wa-
combo.
Yeah, I know, right? I was
What
over at
could
like a
possibly
family
go
friend's
wrong?
house, and they had, I don't know what. So it was so funny because I remember playing Sonic 2, Bubsy, and they had an N64 that just had Superman 64 in it, and I'm like, I got like an early. I was like
What
right.
the fuck was this den
Yeah,
of horrors that you were in? What is this?
Like
You
if I
really
played my
just had
cards
Sonic
right,
2 then, right? Like,
yeah.
You're being held hostage.
Like if I like played my cards right whenever I was little, I could have been the true like angry video game nerd. It's like I grew up. This is my first experience in video games. Is the worst of the worst.
you know what's funny? With with AVGN and like a lot of the early games he covered, I've played a lot of those games when I was younger.
No, legit. Like that's why whenever people were like, "Oh yeah, Superman 64 is awful," and I'm like, "Holy, wait a minute! I remember
true.
playing this. I hated
It's true.
it."
It
It's
is
true.
awful. I
Yeah.
played Superman 64. I played TMNT. I played Street Fighter 2010.
Oh my gosh.
I used to play
Anyway.
Superman 64 on my Google Nexus 7 with touch controls.
Why?
What
That's
is wrong with
Can I ask you
you?
a question? Wait, you had a
Yeah.
Nexus 7?
Yeah, we've been over this. We had the same tab.
That's
been
a
over
real
this.
question.
Dude, because I would use that for N64 as well. I would play Mario 64 ROM hacks on the tablet, and it was terrible.
It's amazing.
I played
But yeah,
Spiral.
no,
Yeah.
So that was my first exposure to just video games as a medium. Not a great first impression, mind you.
No, that's
but
wild that you
Dude,
actually
come
like
on, that's
video
a good
games still.
game.
yeah, I'm surprised I still enjoy the medium and collect it as much as I do. Hilariously, I own Sonic 2. I don't own Superman 64 or Bubsy. like
I got a
You don't
copy
have
of
to.
Superman
Yeah.
64.
No.
I think I can help you with that.
The thing is,
no.
for like a lot of British people growing up as well, like I was talking with Caddy about this, and he kind of can attest to it. Is like a lot of us Brits grew up more with movie licensed tie-in games as well. Like Mario
yeah.
being like a household name didn't really come into play until like the Wii for the UK. So like a lot of like you ask what games did you grow up with to your average British person? Like The Incredibles or something.
Scooby-Doo
Like,
and 100 Nights of Horror.
yeah, Wally for PlayStation 2.
I think
or
Penguin
something.
was playing a Scooby-Doo game earlier, actually, and like
I
that's
will
yeah,
say
he-
though,
That's the one he
He
was
was playing
playing
that, yeah.
earlier.
side
Yeah.
tangent, and then I'll go to the rest of my answer. But like
That
Surf's
wasn't
Up
making
for
fun
Xbox-
of that also. That game's good. That game's a good game.
But no, Surf's Up for Xbox 360 is probably one of the best movie tie-in games. I'm not even gonna lie, it's so much fun.
Ooh, that's a
Really?
good one.
Dude,
There's
I
oh,
like
it-
some
a lot
of
of
the
people
Toy
say
Story
Spider-Man
tie-in
2.
games were fucking amazing.
Spider-Man
like
2,
Toy
I'd
Story,
still-
Buzz Lightyear: The Rescue is so good.
Oh yeah,
It's
Toy Story,
insane.
like yeah, like
Toy Story 3,
Spider-Man
the game
2,
is also
like,
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
but I didn't. So like I was like I think I was like 4 at the time whenever I was playing all those games. Like I was very young. I do remember it though because Sonic 2 was the classic. I couldn't get past Chemical Plant Zone, type deal. And
I understand.
well,
I
And-
get
and, like,
it,
dude-
like in the context of then, because I remember my dad had to get a fucking guide to get past Marble Zone.
oh yeah,
That's
well
fair.
because you have to take like the top route, and if you fall down, you have to.
Well, it's
restart
funny because like
everything.
it's
Yeah.
like muscle memory to us now, but I think like when you first play it, it's like, ooh, what's
Oh
this?
no, like
Oh yeah.
that's
Yeah, of course.
like whenever people argue about like I guess like the bosses of Sonic 2 at the end not being that hard, I'm like, yeah, because you've played it for like nearly 30 years, you know? Like but at the time,
Yeah.
if you're a little 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid and you have no rings facing Silver Sonic and you know the Death Egg robot or whatever, like that's hard.
And even
that's tough.
then, like the Death Egg robot is like an exercise in patience, like because you do
It was
get
hard as an
opportunities.
adult, I would say too. I never made it that far as a kid because I didn't like those games. So when I played it as an adult, it was difficult. I would
Yeah.
say
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but like
not impossible, but hard. Yeah.
when I first really fell in love with Sonic though, I was my dad was a youth pastor at this very small church, and like back in the day, like youth pastors would like put up like these video game kiosks like in the gyms of their churches or in the youth rooms of their churches and
That's
stuff
cool.
like that. And we had like an
I
Xbox.
wish my church did that.
Oh yeah, no. My dad was ahead of the curve for sure. still is one of the best men I know. But like he had a Dreamcast, Xbox, and PlayStation 2.
Ooh.
And I remember playing the Dreamcast generator disc, generator disc 1. And I remember playing the Sonic Adventure demo, which was just Emerald Coast. And I would watch through the entirety of like that because the opening cinematic was also in that demo as well. And I remember watching it and be like, "Holy crap! Like this is like what is this? Like this is awesome! Like it was so like sick and like playing through it, it just felt it felt intuitive. Sonic Adventure did for me. Like it felt more natural than playing like Sonic 2, I guess. And like plus like I was a little bit older, I guess, at the time. So but it felt good to finally beat a stage, you know? Because like whenever I was a little kid, I was like I couldn't beat anything. I would die, game over, like I like instantly. But it was good to finally beat something and like get to the point where it's like, yeah, play the full game or something.
It was good to finally beat something. What a quote. Something that wasn't the cat for a change.
Yeah.
Oh.
But funny enough, years later, whenever I started collecting stuff again, my dad actually was able to contact the pastor of that old church that he used to be a part of and was able to acquire that Dreamcast for me for my birthday. So the Dreamcast I have in my entertainment center is the same exact one that I played whenever I was 6 years old that made me fall in love with Sonic. And I still have that same generator disc as well. So I hold that very close to my heart. Like I only have a few things I'll never sell. That's one of them. Like it's so cool.
You got to put like a little
It's really
crucifix
nice.
on it as well.
I'm not doing that. No. It is, but yeah, that's how I fell in love. And then from there, like, got a GameCube whenever I was 8. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle was like the game that me and my brothers played all the time. Me and my cousin. I introduced my cousin to Sonic through Sonic Adventure 2, which I apologize to him every day for it. And I mean, he's animating now he's the animation lead for Hasbin Hotel. He's doing fine.
Wow.
Like,
Okay,
yeah,
that's actually a
damn.
flag.
hey,
Sonic leads to Has Been Hotel. Okay.
yeah, it's not, he's one of my best friends, one of the most
One
talented
hell of a
people I know.
gateway.
I was
And
about to say,
yeah.
he played Sonic as a kid, now he's in hell.
No, literally though, he quotes like Sonic being like the number one thing that got him into animation, and he went to like scat and all that stuff, and like so I was like, oh shoot, man, like, and he used to
love
do like
that.
stop motion videos and stuff like that too. So yeah, like I apologize to him, but like I feel like he's also like, dude, like you know, it's fine.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm
It
doing
worked out
good.
in the end.
It worked out, but yeah.
Amazing. All right. Over to you, Frank. What was your first Sonic experience?
My first Sonic experience was playing Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega Genesis. It was one of a few Sega Genesis games that my brothers and I had, so I would just try to go through it as much as I can, and I usually stopped at the beginning of Labyrinth Zone because at that point, that was always this area was like the most difficult. I just want to go through Green Hill and Spring Yard, so I'll just play those. But it didn't really kind of get me into the series because like I didn't play another Sonic game until like Sonic Adventure on Dreamcast. And then like it wouldn't be like a thing where I would keep track of like everything that was going on with the franchise. It was just like, oh, this new game came out, or this game has been out for a little bit, and oh, it's Sonic, I remember that. All right, yeah, I'll try it out. So I would play like Sonic Heroes or Shadow the Hedgehog for a little bit, and then eventually lead into getting the Mega Collection Plus, which I still did not play very much of. I only really got into I only got really more into the series when there was the 25th anniversary sale on Humble Bundle that had like a bunch of Sonic games on there. Adventure DX, Adventure 2, Generations, Lost World. And that was I think that was maybe about a year or two before the announcement. No, it was a couple months before Sonic Mania was announced. And at that point, I was like, oh, well, I might as well just start playing these. You know, I've only seen a few of these games. Why not see the rest of it? And then when Sonic Mania was announced, that was where I eventually started a channel that was based on just. It was supposed to be like any just whatever Sonic thing I can come up or I could find, and I'll play it. And it just turned into just I'll play Sonic mods for like almost 2 years. And eventually that's what led to me to just play everything that I could possibly play in the franchise. And that's how I became a fan. Trey actually joked about this at one point, but it is kind of true that I willingly became a Sonic fan as an adult.
Yeah, like I had no choice. It was a very like symbolic thing of my childhood. Meanwhile, you were like, I'm a conscious human being that my brain's fully developed, and I'm going to do this. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, okay. So there's two things that led to that. One,
Fair.
it was mostly the retro games or the retro inspired games, because that was around the time where I was just really like interested in like retro gaming. So that's what drew
Yeah.
me towards Sonic. I was like, oh well, this was an old franchise that I never really gave much of a chance, at least with the older stuff. I'll do that. And the other thing was that I grew up mostly as a Mario fan, so I played Nintendo stuff.
Oh yeah.
With maybe not as much Nintendo 64, but I played enough of it to be like, yeah, this is great. Unfortunately, not Mario 64. That would come by years later. But yeah, that's my entire Sonic journey. Didn't become a fan until I was in my 20s.
I have noticed a bit of a
That's
current
incredible.
here that like all of us had Sonic forced upon us at one point when we were young, and eventually came back to it, whether it was in the teens or whether we were fully functioning adults like Frank.
I mean, I
Well, here's
probably
the thing.
chose to get Sonic Adventure. I probably chose that the first time and was like, okay.
Here's
You
the
know?
thing:
I
it was
want that one.
either it was
Yeah,
either
what?
play all of the Super Nintendo games that I've played many times over, including Super Mario World, one of the best games ever,
Yes.
or play one of the
Yes.
handful of Genesis games that I own. I could either play Sonic 1, Pitfall: The Mind Adventure, which is still pretty cool. It's not an amazing game, but it's
Yeah.
still cool.
I have that. Yeah, it's fun.
Or play The Simpsons: Bart's Nightmare, which sucked. That was an awful game.
yeah.
Was it as bad as Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants with its needless pixel perfect
I think
accuracy?
didn't the nerd do a video on both of them? I don't
Yeah,
remember.
he did. I don't think I
recall.
have Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants, and I don't think I've ever played it because
It's incredibly
it-
tough.
I mean, being trying to play things on hardware because emulation wasn't a thing that I thought of at the time, because that wasn't really much of a that wasn't something I was exposed to at that point, because I think it was still like the year 2000. Trying to not a lot of our NES games worked, so I was spared from Sonic versus the Space Mutants,
I see. Well, what do you
but
got
not
for
spared
us?
from Street Fighter 2010.
What do you got for us next?
Delightful.
I
Okay,
was-
so
Oh, I was just
Or
going to
Friday
say,
the 13th.
yeah, proceed.
I will.
Last
I will.
objection?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I will say too. I think a lot of what kind of shaped my love for it was also like internet culture at the time, like the Flash games and stuff. Like that definitely helps.
Ultimate Flash Sonic.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
my
dude.
God.
yeah, I gotta
Sonic
remember,
the
like,
Hedgehog.
when I was a
Later on.
kid.
All the time
in secondary
dude. Like,
school when we'd get like the laptop trolley and it was like maths time, and like there was this one kid who sent
Literally.
everybody like an XML file with a bunch of Flash games on it, and everybody
Oh,
was playing
man.
Ultimate Flash Sonic.
dude,
That's gotta be
did-
the coolest person to be around.
Pretty good.
like
yeah.
literally that and Smash Dojo took up like an entire summer for me and my
Oh,
cousins. Like
Smash
it was
Dojo.
it was so sick.
Mine
simpler
was
times.
Street Fighter Flash.
Smash Dojo was awesome.
Oh, Street Fighter Flash was good. Yes. Anyways, continue. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yes, so we can't have a 200 episode celebration without acknowledging the first 117 episodes. So let's talk about the Gen 1 cast. So that's Nick, Suris, Wayne, and Gilly. Are you all
Who the
still
hell
in
are
touch
they?
with them? And is there any chance of them coming back?
Who are they? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, they're-
Those fucking
They're-
traitors, those defectors.
they're some of the best people. They're some of the best people I know, like legitimately. And
Oh,
it's
ow,
always a
Trey, ow.
treat. But, I mean, so are y'all. That goes without saying. Two things could be true at once, my lord. But that's really up to them. Really, I don't know. Like if they, yeah.
Like, that's the thing, is like, yeah, we've got like, I've got 117 extra experiences to kind of talk about, I guess. But like, yeah, obviously still on very good terms with all of them. In fact, Nick is going to be coming to visit in like early November. So Dom, get ready to have a grumpy American sleeping on the couch. But
I'm ready.
but yeah, no, we're all still very close. Like, yeah, Nick and I are obviously doing Sonic Con. Suris is voicing Dr. Robotnik for Speeding Ticket, which is the Sonic fan film that I'm working on. Wayne is voicing Sonic the Hedgehog, so obviously still on good terms with him too. And obviously I still chat with Gilly from time to time as well. Like, we're not collaborating on anything yet, nor are there any like plans, but like obviously, like, yeah, got a lot of love for Gilly as well. As for whether or not they're going to return, I think, like, we did mention that if we ever, like, revisit the retrospective series and do a video on, like, Sonic Adventure, we gotta get Wayne on, because he adores that game. Like, he knows, like, that game like the back of his hand, and it would just be great to have someone...
taste in video games.
Someone who will talk about it with such profound reverence. And I mean, to be fair, I think everybody loves Sonic Adventure, but, like, the guy knows how to really kind of... He knows how to talk about that game. So I think, I'd imagine Wayne definitely in the future. As for, like, the others, I don't know. I never say never, but, like, I don't know. Like, it's, probably quite unlikely you'll see them on the show regularly again in any capacity. And that's also fair enough, because I think we've got this great new Gen 2 bunch right here. The new guys who are shinier than the old ones. So moist, I can scrape it off of your foreheads.
We're the new model, yeah.
No, but like,
think,
obviously, like, I'd be happy to have them all back on. Would never come at the expense of this group, though. Like, that's, like, rule number one.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Funnily enough, that brings me on to my next question I was going to ask you anyway. So what was your mentality when forming this Gen 2 team?
Okay, all right. This is going to be interesting then. So obviously, like, at the time...
He felt bad for us. No, I'm kidding.
I just felt so sorry for you tragic losers. I was like, throw him a bone.
Look at these losers.
Well, originally at the time that we lost Nick, didn't really know we were losing Wayne at the same time in episode 117 as well. So there was a lot of like, oh, this is Nick's last episode, and I've like felt like such a piece of shit because Wayne was going too. But, like, that was something where there was, like, a miscommunication. I think Wayne had meant to communicate it, but it just hadn't clocked it. And I don't think Sirius had clocked it either. But it was like, okay, if we're losing just one host, we can keep it going, like, otherwise 4 of us anyway, because we got Gilly, we got Wayne, we got Sirius, and we got myself. But knowing that we were losing Wayne as well, I was like, okay, we're going to need another host here now to fill that seat. Gilly couldn't be on as regularly as we would have liked him to be, so obviously, like, you do need another butt in that seat. And, well, since, like, Sonic, Sega Fan Jam Remix, Dylan, you and I had been, like, chatting, like, kind of on and off, like, and I was just like, I get along with this little bastard, like, and the mentality was, like, so I'm gonna make a really ridiculous comparison here, but, like, the UK TV show Top Gear. Now, I'm not gonna say that Sunset City is anywhere near the size of that as, like, a cultural phenomenon by any means, but Top Gear was, like, super popular because you had, like, Jeremy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond, and whatever you think of Jeremy Clarkson as a person, like, it was still like a tangible friendship between the three, and it just felt like 3 bros. And the mistake they made when they went on to the next generation after that lot left was they didn't feel like friends. And it was like, yeah, we can look into, like, different, like, Sonic content creators of different backgrounds and stuff, but the number one most important thing to me was that we were all believably friends. And it was like, well, I already get along well with Dylan. Suris didn't really have any suggestions otherwise. Gilly didn't really have any suggestions otherwise. So we got Dylan into a call, and at the time it was kind of like Suris and I were both like in charge as like a partnership kind of deal. And he was happy to get Dylan in, so that's how Dylan joined. And for a while, Sunset City was Dylan, myself, Suris, and Gilly. But then, of course, like, just life happens and stuff like that. And Suris and Gilly both left. Gilly 1 episode before Suris did. And so it was like, okay, we're now in a position where we've got 2 people. To be fair, there's plenty of 2 people podcasts. We could make this work, but we kind of went...
We did do that for a while.
Well, we did, but we always had a guest, or like 90% of the time we'd have like a guest on, and we'd plan these episodes in advance. So we had all kinds of really fun guests on as well, like Salty DK Dan, Big Yuri Box, like there are so
also
many.
Trey and Frank were guests before
Trey
they
and
became
Frank, like, they started out as guests, but I remember after
and Ian, can't forget Ian, of course.
Ian and Loa, like that was a classic episode, but like that was the
episodes, I think.
Well, that was the thing, was like, we were playing Fortnite that time with Frank, and we were already like, okay, we can have Frank on for a guest spot and stuff like that, but as it was, Frank had proven he could get in on a joke, basically, and that was like one of the most number one important things, because Sunset City is not known for its serious, dry Sonic commentary. It's known for mischief and antics and Sonic. So Frank naturally slotted in. And then, as for Trey, there was a possibility of him being a full-time host in the Gen 1 version. It was always kind of like, if we do get a 5th member, it would be like between Gilly and Trey. And in the instance with Gilly, it was right place at the right time because we were just all in a room together and we were like, Gilly, why don't you join the show full-time? He'd been on a spate of episodes back-to-back. We were all at the convention and stuff. And so... yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get in contact with Trey at all about that, so sorry, Trey. But, for Gen 2, I was determined to give Trey a shot. But as well as that, it was I think Trey was always going to be a good choice anyway, because he'd appeared in a lot of episodes before, so that's going to naturally ease the culture shock a little bit of a new Gen 2. But also, Trey has chemistry with anyone. He's if you get along with Trey, you're not special. There's nothing special about forming a bond with Trey.
I would like to think I'm not hard to get along with, I guess.
It's the audience are gonna like him, the co-hosts are gonna like him.
He's not special. Anyone can get along with him.
Yeah, exactly. You
Anything that does
put a
make him
coin in his
special.
back and the friendliness begins,
Yeah, I remember the thing is that's also just everyone's busy too. I think that's another thing is that life does get in the way sometimes. So even at the time, the first gen stuff, I was very busy. I remember I was still working a full-time job. I actually remember distinctly one time where y'all were talking about some Sonic Frontier stuff, and one of my well, yeah, I think it was or something around the time. It was around Sonic Origins was coming out, and Nick randomly, because I would listen to the podcast because it was on Fridays, and I would listen to it while I was working. So I would listen to it while I'm working, and it kind of happened earlier in the day, I remember. And what happened is that Nick was just you know what? I'm just gonna call Trey right now. I'm gonna call him right now.
I remember
and I was,
this.
in the middle
That was
of,
episode 50, I think.
Yeah, I was and he's it's hey Trey, and he's I'm hold on, I'm working. Give me a second. And I had to get into the back corner where all the syrup containers were for sodas and stuff, and because I worked fast food at the time.
God, I love syrup.
I know, right? Yes, but I think that was also
one of my favorite Sunset City Gen 1 hosts, syrup.
Yes, exactly. It's syrup, syrup and
Syrup
Syrup
the
the
skeptic.
skeptic.
yeah, it's syrup and
Those big syrupy VTuber honkers.
syrup the skeptic. But yeah, I think that's also a reason why I wasn't in Gen 1 because I still was working a full-time job. I now I'm able to do music full-time, either as a music director or doing commissions and stuff. So I think that was a big part of it too. But yeah, I've always been good friends with everyone involved for years. So yeah.
I mean, we had you on an episode as a guest at one point because I was maybe he's changed. He could have changed in that time, or maybe he doesn't have the same chemistry with Dylan or whatnot. But I was oh, this is a smooth ride. It makes way too much sense to not ask to have Trey on full time.
What you were saying earlier is very true. It's just Trey is extremely easy to talk to and get. Just
he's so easy.
I feel from the first time we talked, I was this guy's chill. You can
so
just hang out with this guy.
It's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Same. Okay, that's not how that expression goes at all. That's not even applicable to anything.
And he also has big reactions to my gags, which are great for on the air.
That is true.
Actually, yeah. One of my. I know this is probably gonna be a question later, but a very memorable moment for me was the Sunset City episode where Pup, you were so fucking adamant about starting it with a fake fight. I think it was April Fool's or something, right?
No, so, it was no. This was episode 69. No, 169. Where the plan.
Because I couldn't make it. I was sick or sad or something.
Yeah, the plan was
Trey
to have me.
Was so fucking convincing and being what are you talking about? Are you kidding me?
But it added new layers as well.
I was he sounds really mad.
It added new layers because you'd already had the Trey rant at me, and then you joined, and then Trey fills you in. And then you go off on one at me too, and I'm just catching strays the entire time.
I missed that one.
No, I think
you didn't miss
that
it.
one.
You came in later. Literally in the fucking clip,
okay.
you edited into a short. It says at the end, yeah, we got Dylan, by the way. Remember?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Okay,
later.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking of a different thing. I think
it was only a little later as well.
Yeah.
And you're on your phone.
Yeah. Well, I used to do acting, so there is that.
You got me.
169's intro is. is incredible. It was a shame we couldn't have Frank there, but Dave did a great job in his stead.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's
Dave
right.
was
Dave was that was the first time Dave was on the show. The first.
It
ever
wasn't the
time, I
first
think.
time. There's no way that was the
Was it
first
not?
time. I'm sure it's not.
It's so funny if it was the first time because he would have been
That
like,
was
"What
the-
is this podcast even about, dude?"
Yeah, good times.
Anyway, what was the
Okay.
question?
Well,
Okay. Yes.
yes.
Anyway.
Well, I was going to ask a bit more about how you all were fitting into the new routine, but you kind of just seemed to go into that. You segued into that pretty appropriately. So unless
Well,
anybody else has anything to
if you
say,
dropped a question, we can always ask you a question.
I guess. Well, I guess I didn't talk about what my
I was going to.
initial
That's the thing.
response to it. Yeah.
I was going to
Like,
ask because I think we jumped into Trey's experience immediately, so I want to come back to Dylan's experience. So
Yeah, I almost forgot that I didn't say. I didn't say anything.
yeah, you said nothing.
Yeah, so-
anyway,
After I met Pup at Fan Jam, and we talked for a bit online, and had whatever, sent memes back and forth, yada yada yada.
Talk
He
about
said
weed.
something like, "Yeah, probably."
Yeah.
But so there's there was I think like there was a time where he was like, "Hey, I got a question for you that I want to like talk to you in a call about later. If Saris and I want to talk about it or something." And I was like, "Okay." And you didn't tell me what it was about, but I was like, "I think he's gonna ask me to be on the podcast." Because like they're on the podcast. And I remember that it was a very good call, and I remember. It was the first time I think I'd ever talked to Saris.
Cyrus was
And
fucking
what is it he
vicious
said?
in that call for absolutely
Saris was
no
hilarious
reason.
in that fucking call because I was explaining to him, or I think I don't know what I was explaining. What was I talking about? That
You were
because
talking
he
about
said to me,
how,
"Wow,
like-
why are you such a bitch?"
Yeah, you were talking about
And I
how
was
you've
like,
always been this meek
oh.
little man, and how one time you got a tricycle for your birthday from your grandparents, and you
No,
said,
it was a motorized scooter, and I kind of gave it back because I thought it was going to be too much for me.
"What was the quote though?
I
What
told
did
my
you say? You were like,
grandparents I
I don't
wasn't
think
ready
I'm
for it."
ready for this just yet, or something."
Listen, I was a very I think because he said, "Why are
I'm
you
not
so
making
much?
fun.
Why
I'm
are
just
you such a
quoting.
bitch?"
I'm just trying to get the
and
facts
then,
out.
No. And then when I responded, it's funny because I was like, then I went into the stuff about like, oh yeah, it's because I was chronically ill for 20 years, and just kind of, that kind of thing, and everyone was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like you're a meek little fella.
See, I
'cause you
knew about
fucking-
this
you
because
grew up in a bubble.
I'd seen your Sonic
Um,
Frontiers review, and you mentioned in it like that you'd spent a lot of your childhood years in hospital and stuff, and Sonic was like a
Yeah.
beacon.
Well,
And
I mean, Sonic
I just
was one of 'em.
remember
Yeah.
hearing Sirius be like, "Why are you such a little bitch?" And I was like, "Oh God, what? No, Sirius."
It was awesome. No, but anyway, after that, like, we had the very, it was like sort of like the early Gen 2 stuff where it was you, me, Gilly, and Saris, right?
And don't forget the poop sock.
And
That
then-
was a big part of those episodes.
And the poop sock. And then, like, it was fine. Like, I kind of felt a little bit weird at first because you guys all knew each other really well, and I knew all of you, but I didn't really, I'd never really hung out with any of you much. Like, I talked to Gilly at cons, and I'd never met Saris, but I'd met you the one time. But after, it was pretty quick. Like, I understood the humor of it pretty quick. I got how the dynamics were working, and I just kind of went into it. And at the same time, I was thinking, like, oh gosh, is this like a Game Grumps thing? Like, are people gonna hate me for being on this podcast? And then I was like, oh, you know what? I don't really care if they hate me, because I'm just here to talk to friends and just chill out. And that's how I treat it to this day, basically. Like, I mean, sometimes people, well, it's been the opposite, obviously. The reaction has been very kind. People are very nice, and they are very, very, very nice with their words. So I appreciate that a lot, because I was like, I've been there for the Game Grumps thing, when JonTron left and Danny was like integrated, and I was like, there were just so many, it was like horrendously hateful comments towards that guy, but he is, anyway, what I'm trying to say is, feels good, I'm feeling good.
delightful. So, Frank, do you have anything further to say about your introduction to coming into this little gang?
It was interesting because I remember the episode that I was on. My audio was so bad. I'm like, well, that is the last time I'll be on that podcast. I'm pretty sure that was the worst sounding one because I had
Your
like
mic was
something
playing
was
up, but it
yeah,
was
I was
worth
like,
it.
I was like, what's Like, I can't believe this happened the entire time. I thought it was just like maybe for a few minutes. It was like, oh, well, that's the last time I'll be there.
It was just a
But
little
no.
helicopter that always floats over your shoulder.
Frank, if I got on people's cases for audio quality, I would have to like crucify myself because I think my microphone sounds different every time I
We'd
use
have
it.
to find a way to control the machine that creates the tornadoes at Trey's house.
You mean like a? You know what? Never mind.
The
went with
wind
that joke.
tunnel.
Yeah, a wind
Oh,
tunnel.
no. He wasn't even here to hear it. No.
90% of the time, Trey would be like joining in these calls and he'd be in the middle of skydiving. It was brilliant.
He's in a car and you hear like, hi guys, I'm back.
The whole ass
in
apocalypse
the
should be
shower.
going on outside.
But I remember like as I was like brought in to the podcast, one thing kind of did like pop up every single time for me. It was like, it's weird. Like a few too many times where I'll notice that I'll have like an extremely different opinion on something, and it was usually something like, oh, like how I felt about Frontiers or something. Like, oh, this is awkward because I'm usually very vocal about how I feel about games, and I do remember, and this is something that I don't do anymore. I would see like maybe one comment about like, oh, that I'm always so negative, or I always have this kind of opinion about something that's like, I at first that used to get to me, and then I had to eventually get that out of my, get out of constantly seeing if there was a comment like that. So aside from that, it's been pretty good. Like I've enjoyed
hard to do.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, I mean, because we're conditioned to like, oh, read the comments, be very, active in our communities.
Yeah.
I still try to be, but it's just,
You
know,
don't want to
I
ignore
tr-
things. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
It's actually funny.
But
I
after
remember
a while,
yesterday...
it,
Oh, sorry, go on, Frank.
after a while, it's like, all right, it just, hang out either on a Friday or a Saturday, talk with my friends, and we get to talk about Sonic. It's been a lot of fun.
I remember
Fabulous.
yesterday with Penguin and Dave, we were watching like a lot of like YouTube videos from like the ancient era of like Sonic tubers and stuff. And at one point, he just types in Sonic tubers, and a video comes up about Sonic tubers. And I just remember, like, Frank, you mentioning that sometimes that could get to you. One of the bits in there was like, the world when Sega doesn't listen to Channel Pup's quote-unquote advice. And it was like a beautiful future utopia. And I was just like, well, there goes my smile. But then next up it said Blue Wolf Blitz still trying to advertise Sonic Colors Ultimate Rainbow.
Yeah.
It still looks like ass. And I was like, well, I feel better
What?
now because
No,
that's
it
just
doesn't.
wrong. That's
a
now I
lie.
know what
Yeah,
angle
I
you're
think it's
coming
a
from.
lie.
I feel better.
I got praised like that on that video too. Like I liked all the bloom, and it's like you like not seeing things properly.
I'm sorry, but if you
maybe-
think Colors Ultimate looks better than Rainbow, like I know opinions are a thing, but you're stupid at that point. You're stupid.
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what video those are because I for the first time in maybe years I got mentioned in one of those, and it was the scene from Toy Story where Andy drops Woody and picks up Buzz, and everything's like, oh no, Woody's looking around the room and everything shifts to Buzz Lightyear. And it's like, gotta be Frank when he's no longer Knuckles Channel 3 and Knuckles. I fucking love it.
Strange things are happening to me.
There was one where it said like game apologist making an unnecessary comic reference. It's like he literally does a show called Sonic Speed Reading. What do you want him to do? Like,
Wait, what about just like memes that people make? I'm sorry, I had some
Yeah.
it's that little memes
Like
that
a
people make
meme.
about like the
Meme.
Sonic tubers.
I've
Nemo.
noticed with those videos, some people get off lighter than others, and it's just a bit, okay.
It's-
Yeah, I
it's a
noticed that
preference of the
Fidel and
person
Sam
making
got
it.
off very lightly,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah,
It's very
yeah.
funny because I'm never in those because people don't give a shit about me most of the time.
Oh no,
you
I've
say
never
that
met
like you
either.
didn't get invited
I've
to an
seen two
official
with you
Sega
in it.
live stream, but we'll say no more on that.
Well, no, that was a very out of nowhere thing. I wasn't expecting.
Well,
that.
don't talk about it yet.
We'll be
'cause I don't
touching
know
on
if it's
that
gonna come up.
later.
So
Yeah.
I'll say
Okay.
this, like, the one that I seen that had Dylan and myself on it, the person who uploaded it was like, "Oh, that's somebody who's seen our channels before, so
Oh,
they
was it
know
one?
who we are."
I didn't know.
Yeah,
it was in
you
it.
were in one of them.
Okay.
I'll send it to you later.
God,
Such
I
a
can't
think
believe
anyone's put me in one of
Gerald
those.
64 when he's a big
Ooh.
baby bitch boy about everything.
doo-doo head.
I don't even know what I don't really make much like I am making content, in regards to Sonic. Like, I am making a video, but like, I don't know what anyone would even say in one of those.
Trey Nobles when he
Schrodinger's
played the
Sonic
guitar,
video.
and then they show up.
How about this
playing the
one?
guitar.
How about this one? Trey's YouTube channel, which is like empty.
It's like a desert
Under
with like
construction.
the
or a
tumbleweed
skeleton,
whatever,
me
like,
waiting for
fucking-
Trey to upload again.
We'll
Yeah,
also
no.
be touching on that later.
Okay.
me uploading. Okay.
Ah, dear.
Ominous.
On that
Frightening.
topic, Trey, is there anything else you want to say about your experience entering Sunset City, or have you tapped
I think
out?
I said most of everything. Like, I mean, I mean, so far, life still gets a little busy sometimes. I wish I could be here more often than I usually am, but like, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I get along with everybody, and everyone's cool.
Oh, yeah, Trey, I've been meaning
Oh,
to
yeah.
talk to you about that. I hate you.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I was
You know
hoping
what?
Someone would do it.
Everyone
It's
has
over.
everyone has their different opinions of me. You know, their opinions
Okay,
don't
no,
define
that's cool.
me. You know, and you know, and
No, I
like I
appreciate
hope
that.
You're
I
entitled
hope
to
with
your-
life you
your-
find fulfillment, and you're able to live
Trying
life
to be
all
smart
the
or
opinions, no matter
funny or
how wrong
something?
they are.
and
You trying to be funny?
no, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being genuine. You know.
All right,
trying to
break
be
it up,
humorous
break
like
it
a
up,
clown?
break it.
Dylan, he could kick you into the stratosphere, my guy.
I've got questions to ask. No domestics, please. Anyway, so
Okay.
what are some of your guys' like favorite moments or favorite episodes from the show?
Dylan, you go
We got
first.
an easy one. We already mentioned it.
Ooh.
The Sonic Archie comics and just comics episode we did with Ian and Lowart, I feel like is not only the best, like the funniest PowerPoint party, but also like
Because
just
you made
there
it,
was
you
so much
narcissist.
information. No. I think we could all agree that was the hardest. I think we
Yeah,
were
because
laughing.
of the nuke sound effect
But, like-
repeating. Like,
But like, because there was so much information that I loved to hear from both the video we watched in preparation and just that they were talking about and that they brought to the conversation, and like they bounced off each other so well because they've been working together so long, and obviously we bounce off each other well, so we all kind of had this really good conversation going, and I feel like it was one of my favorite episodes for sure, just because of the content and just the jokes. And that PowerPoint party, I'm shocked didn't make me piss myself. I was laughing so hard about Nate Morgan getting nuked twice.
it was so
Is
good.
Great. I wish it
Fucking
picked
Nate.
up the audio properly because I was like whimpering, cry laughing in the background.
And we weren't expecting the explosion to repeat. Like,
That was what did it. 'Cause, like, not only was it funny that it was just like I cut to the explosion after Sonic standing next to the nuke, but it kept exploding.
not only did Sonic nuke him, it was a nuke that just kept on exploding.
So it was like a cluster nuke.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's a
so that
classic.
episode, I love that one. I love most of the episodes where we're just all on at the same time, like the four of us. I feel like those are always really good episodes.
I think actually
Can't
the
point to
stories
specifics because I feel like they're all
episode
good.
was like great as
But,
well, like, which was last episode.
Well, what was it? Yeah, last week's episode was great. I liked that one a lot.
Yeah.
Also, the
Yeah, that was good.
Frontiers 2 episode was a
Oh,
great
I
episode.
was
Yeah, I was
mention that
just about
one.
to say. Yeah,
I wish I was
I
there for
have a
that one.
couple others. I do got to mention a Gen 1 one, and that would be the gang draw OCs of each other, where we had the OC art contest. Definitely want to reprise
That
that
sounds
concept.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
sounds
definitely-
so much fun. Yeah.
We'll reprise that concept with the new gang at some point. But like, yeah,
That
we had
sounds
some
awesome.
incredible OCs. There was the NFT auction, which wasn't a real NFT, by the way. That was a stolen piece of NFT art that we just had an auction for. We were just like, don't worry, you own it now. And then another
Yeah, see, it's
fucking-
yours.
an absolute classic is also the one with Salty, because not only was Salty hilarious in the
Yeah.
episode, but that episode has the beginning of so many Dylan in-jokes, such as the sandwich, such as the poop sack. Like, there are so many incredible little Dylan stories in that episode that he just fucking spilled the beans on, and it was wonderful.
I'm just neurodivergent enough to just say things sometimes and hope that it's funny. And then, sometimes it's just extremely personal information, and I'm like, okay, yeah, so now you know that I have an ileostomy bag. Okay. And I've
It's
never
such a
heard the end of
classic
it since then.
episode, though, just because of, like, how I'd never heard of half of these things before, and I was just ready to take these to the bank. Like, you can
You
see
can
in that
live without a
episode-
colon? Ow. It's like, well,
You can just see in that episode, I'm just stocking up on ammunition the entire time, and it's just, it's classic for
no,
mischief.
the sandwich
but,
thing I thought was going to be so innocuous. I have no idea why that was Like I guess it's a vile combination to most, but I guarantee if you tried it, you'd be like, okay, yeah, no, I get it.
We'll come back to that another time, I think, the Sandwich Gate. But like, Frank, I'll pass the baton on to you, man.
Sandwich
Like, what's some of your favorite episodes or moments?
Man, I've only been like the moment that we were thinking like favorite episodes, the first thing I thought of was just like the Frontiers 2 one. There was just something I really loved about that. It wasn't like we didn't have like ideas where like, oh, that's really dumb.
Didn't have like a
we
plan or
can't
anything.
do that. Everything was just like, no, we can add this into it and we could add this to it, and we were all just collaborating on it rather than like, shouting at each other.
It was like a legit like it's a game that I want to play, and I was like, okay, I'm glad that this was like the takeaway from this, because like there's some times where I don't like agree with like maybe some game design philosophies or something with like some of the cast or whatever, but like we were all kind of like on the same page of like, no, it has to build off of what came before, but like let's add more stuff to it,
and then we kind of like other games that we've played, and that's the best thing about like when like, yeah, we all play Sonic, but it's also great like when you kind of go out of that whole Sonic thing, because then you can take from like other experiences, like, wait, what if this was put into like a potential Frontiers 2? And I always love
inspiration from like Yakuza 0 and stuff as well, and like Sunset Overdrive.
Oh yeah,
Good
absolutely.
choice.
Like,
and obviously,
any
like Dylan,
episodes
like
where...
we got to do another creative episode and have you in it. We'll do Sonic Superstars too.
Yeah, I mean,
Dylan.
actually, you know what? Funny that I guess we
I'd be
said
down for
last
that.
week's episode is one of the favorites, but specifically the stories thing, yeah, like that was great. I didn't mention that, but that last week's one was really good too.
Yeah, the stories one was another one. Like anytime that we can come together and just like talk creative, or yeah. He got me to want to play Sonic
you got very
Battle.
emotional about like Sonic Battle's story, and you were like,
you were talking. I love Emerald so much, and they fuck him up so bad in that game, dude. Like it's upsetting.
Did you guys hear that motorcycle? Like, dude, we get it. You got a motorcycle.
Yeah,
always on this street, always.
But yeah, anyway.
But yeah, any episodes that like we can come together and like just talk about stuff creatively, those are always my favorites. Or if we just have enough antics in it, I honestly cannot. I'm not saying this in a negative way, but I honestly cannot like pick a specific one where our antics were like that were like so funny that it stands out from the rest, because I think I feel like we try to do that every episode.
Shenanigans
for me, for me, like I guess my favorite, definitely the first one that I was on, just because like, and that's not me trying to be like egotistic.
I like
but
it
like
because
it's
I'm
like,
in it.
I was
no,
it's
not
very similar.
It's not that, and I knew I made sure to preface that because I knew exactly.
You know it doesn't work that way, Trey.
I know, but no, it's just because everything that could have gone wrong went wrong on that episode, and everything down to the visuals, and like literally, like Sunset City used to have like a little jingle that they played at the beginning, which is I think it was like the T-Lopes version of Station Square, and so I was like, oh, we can't even play that. Let me just play it on my guitar through my shitty headphones. And like you can barely hear it, and like that's how we started the episode, and it just started with me having a laughing fit because I'm like, this is the most absurd way of starting anything. It killed me. So I think that's like a core memory for sure.
I have to mention real quick too, just to butt in one last time. The live action episode of Sunset City is the only episode of Gen 1 I've ever seen.
That's unwatchable.
And it's because
that is genuinely
I was
unwatchable.
there.
It's
and it was very funny because I
had
no idea what Sunset City was, and I saw you guys standing there, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
Well, the best part
like,
was when oh my god, they were so nice about it as well. Was when Gigi Dutrix, who like works on IDW Comics, they accidentally tripped over like the backdrop thing. And it's just this bit where you've got all these different people just rushing in to check if Gigi's okay, to get the backdrop back up. And Gigi was so sweet as well. Like they were so nice. But like that stream though, like the idea was like, oh, we'll do a Sunset City episode in live action. And I remember we'd been awake for like 72 hours straight, and I'd been doing pretty good. Like we'd been up for 72 hours straight because like we had to basically. First of all, we had to get like the flight to Atlanta, Georgia, and then from there, Surus drives us all the way up to Waffle House, and then to Virginia to pick up Wayne, and then back to Atlanta, Georgia. And it's quite funny because like they will mention that I did not stop yapping the entire time. I was just constantly in conversation. They were like, how does he still have the energy? How is he not tired? I thought he'd be tired out by now. And by the time we were doing the actual podcast thing itself, the sleepies suddenly set the fuck in. And Nick was like, he hasn't shut up the entire time, but now that we've got him in front of a mic, it was like that fucking "hello my baby, hello my" fucking frog, you know, like where he doesn't perform.
Yeah, Michelin J Frog.
Yeah, Michelin J Frog, that's the one. It was like that.
That's really funny. I
and
didn't
it's
notice
just we
that.
can't stay on any topic or anything because it's so noisy in there, and there's so many different people that we want to get in front of these microphones and stuff.
And we kept
while
like
we've got the
walking,
chance.
like people would just keep showing up and like leaning into frame and being like, "What's happening? What's going on?"
Yeah, what's all this about? Hello, hello, hello. What's all this about?
It was funny.
We gotta do an IRL with the new cast.
We gotta do it, but we
yeah.
need to do it in like
cool.
we need to determine if we're having a guest, who the guest is, and just treat it like a normal episode. Because last time we were like, oh, we'll just talk about ourselves. And like, do you know how hard it is to talk about yourself unprovoked? That's part of why Dom is here.
Hey, I'm the provoker.
Yeah, there you go.
He's so provocative. Look at him.
I also like how like the impression that somebody would get on like when I was a guest was like, oh, this is their first impression of me. I'm so negative about the Knuckles show.
Fair? No, fair. Like,
to be fair, that's perfectly fair to do. Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Was that your first episode, Fred? Wasn't that like Wade? Which is called Wade with like a full stop at the end.
Yeah, that was when I was a guest.
Oh my god.
Because
perfect.
Wade.
Yeah.
Well, it became like a thing. Like every week we would mention like the Knuckles name drop, and it's quite funny because we had a similar thing back in Gen 1 with name dropping Sonic Forces, because that was like the latest thing at the time when we started Gen 1. Was like we were burnt by Sonic Forces, and like every week it's like, oh, the F word. Whereas like for Knuckles, it's like, give it up for week 15. Like,
oh yeah, we were doing that like every week, and I think somebody had a counter of like how many weeks we actually mentioned the Wade show. I mean Knuckles show.
Someone was keeping count.
Yeah,
Dom,
it was every
what
time.
Did you think of the Knuckles?
Hey, well now it's came up
The
again.
Knuckles show.
Yeah.
The Knuckles show.
Yeah.
No, but do you remember
God.
when we watched it? We watched it with Sam, and I was absolutely blitzed, and I kind of enjoyed it while I was blitzed. But do you also remember? Do you remember when it was like there was such a build-up to him rolling his ball, and I was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we were counting up to the point when one of the characters would do something in the finale.
I'm sorry, that show has just left a stain on my memory. I despair just thinking that is the best they could do for a Knuckles show. I'm sorry, no. I
remember how hyped we were as well. Like, I remember like we just had Sonic Prime Season 3, and I was like, God, that was one of the weaker Sonic shows, probably the second worst, but at least we got Knuckles, right? And then it was like, oh.
No, peak. This isn't peak. No.
I was like, oh, we're going to go from one of the worst Sonic shows to maybe one of the best if we're lucky. It's like, oh.
Oh, no, we're just going from shit to
And it wasn't.
I felt really burned on that because like that is my favorite character. Like Knuckles is my favorite. So
yeah,
after watching that, I was like, man, I really hate this so much. I probably hate this.
Was just telling you why you're wrong for enjoying Knuckles and being like, hey, here's Wade. Love him instead, folks.
It does feel that way.
I did like some of him, but not most of him.
The problem is that Wade and Knuckles, like if you actually like, when you get to the end and they have that high five, do they really feel like friends? Because they haven't had anything to do with each other.
They didn't do anything.
They inhabited the same space, and that's it. Like,
barely.
Not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. That's the
one
worst
episode,
part.
the freaking rock opera was in Wade's imagination or hallucination.
This is, and now for week 27 of this TV show, everyone.
It's much more than that, my friend.
Yeah,
This would be week like 99, probably.
I'm trying to be courteous.
Wait, what was the question
Being
again?
generous.
What was the question?
Or generous, yeah.
We're talking about favorite episodes.
Favorite episodes in general.
Oh, wow.
Have you?
Okay, we
Do you
probably
think you've
covered
answered
most
all
of
that?
that.
Or do you want to move on, or do you want to?
Yeah.
Move on. Okay, good.
we're
Don't want to get distracted by that fucking show. Anyway, so Pup, I'm gonna move to you. How did you get into the YouTube game? Now I'm gonna be talking about everybody's like YouTube origins or creative origins.
Nice,
So
okay.
we'll start with you.
Holy mackerel. Holy poly, that's the strangest mackerel. Well, I'd had a number of different, like, personal dumping grounds, effectively, where I'd put, like, college short films and stuff. Because, like, I went to college in, like, 2012 and studied creative media production. And we made little short films after college. We had stuff that was part of the college projects, and I would just upload stuff there. But then there got a point where I was very disillusioned in the workplace. I'd kind of gotten into a new job, and it was kind of like an out of the frying pan into the fire situation, and I was like, God damn it, you really can't make it in this world at the moment, can you? Well, anyway, I started, like, this channel that was very inspired by Sorrow TV, and, trying to think of other content creators that didn't become problematic later down the line that were inspired it, but, Slazzo, it was inspired by Slazzo and Sorrow TV, those are two good ones, I think. And, like, it would just be, like, reading out, like, Reddit's, like, old people on Facebook in silly voices and stuff like that. And, Dom, you're actually in the very first one of those, where we were doing the old people on Facebook.
Yes.
that was a fun
That was
time.
funny. That's a long time ago now.
Well, you'll remember, we really cycled through different things, because we had, like, videos on, like, Russian bootlegs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, like... stuff that only happens in Russia. A lot of Russia now that I think about it. But, like,
Oh.
well,
Topical.
anyway, one day I was very invested in the TV series Gotham, and they had this character that was kind of like a stand-in for the Joker called Jerome Valeska, and I thought this guy was, like, just great. I thought he was, like, the best Joker, and, like, you'll know, like, we're kind of starved for really good live-action Joker adaptations. You got Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger.
I
And,
mean, Heath
like,
Ledger's really good too.
yeah, but, like, in terms of, like, having a classic Joker, like, we've never had one that really feels like that Mark Hamill kind of Batman the Animated Series Joker. But I thought Cameron Monaghan as Jerome got us, like, the closest we'd ever come. And they'd killed him off once and brought him back, but then they killed him off for realsies this time and introduced his twin brother played by the same actor, except now rather than being a funny, playful, jolly guy, he's now more of a cold, calculating Hannibal Lecter type. And I was like, well, that's less fun. And I just made a YouTube video on that. The thing hit, like, 400,000 views over the course of, like, a week. Got demonetized very early on as well, so thanks for that, YouTube. Well, Warner Brothers as well for claiming it. But, like, from there, it was like, okay, people don't want to see another guy reading out shit he's found on Reddit. They want to see a guy talking about stuff he actually gives a fuck about. And so I kind of became a Gotham tuber, and then when Gotham ended, I quickly slinked my way over to Spider-Man, which was actually very fortunate, because Doctor Who first, actually. It was Doctor Who, and then it was Spider-Man, and then it was Sonic, and now it just kind of pickles around with all different, like, subjects and stuff. They're still the core ones for Channel Pup, because I do need to guarantee a certain audience amount in order to make ends meet. But, like, you know, we still try to change it up from time to time. We had the Power Rangers video. We had the McDonald's Mac Tonight video. And, Dom, you can attest how much I ruminated on that fucking video. You can attest.
Oh, my God, yeah.
How
Still
I would
talks
literally...
about Mac Tonight, sir.
Well, no,
Yeah.
literally,
Everything. Your entire solution to everything for a period just became Mac Tonight.
Well, you remember, I got like Sam in, I got you in, and we were all, well, you weren't, but like me and Sam were absolutely blazed as fuck, and I was like, look at this, dude, it's gonna change your life. And we put on Mac Tonight, and Sam and I were both like, that goes so fucking hard. That's biblical. Like, he was just as impressed as I was as well, because like, Dom, you could attest, like, me and Sam sometimes share a brain cell on some things.
Yeah, sometimes. They just merge. It's very
usually
creepy.
when baked, it just fuses the two together. But like, yeah, like Mac Tonight, like that's the thing is Dom gets to know kind of like how much I think about these things before I decide to pull the trigger on videos. You'll remember when I came to you and said I want to make a video about Rouge the Bat's tits, and
Yes, I
you
do.
were just like, are you sure?
Like,
and then I did
are
it.
you sure
and-
about this?
I mean, have you seen it? Have you
and
seen that video? It's
I
been
haven't
out
watched
for a
it
bit.
yet, but I'm going to
fake friend.
on my next long walk. And I remember I was like, "Are you sure that's the correct career move to make?" But given
doing
that,
well.
I just love your honesty in the thumbnail, being like, "No gooning allowed." I love that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's creative. It's creative and interesting. Interesting.
But yeah, that's how I got
anyway,
into
yes.
this shit, yeah.
Yes. So, Dylan, what inspired you to start being a YouTuber? Like, obviously, I know you started with Mario and diversified from there, but what made you begin nearly a decade ago?
Well, yeah, it's crazy because I actually didn't just start like 8 years ago or 9 years ago when the channel started taking off. Like I've been on YouTube since like I was pretty young. I don't know how young, probably 11 or something. And I've been using this channel since then. Like I started out making sort of videos with my friends, like with figures, you know, like just characters we would have, and we would sort of do stories and stuff. And throughout my whole life growing up, I really wanted to do YouTube and have people watch videos and stuff. And part of it was because, you know, I was sick a lot, and I wasn't always feeling
like doing sick
happy.
like skateboard tricks and stuff.
I was always doing sick skateboard tricks, yeah, and it wasn't really making me happy. And so I would watch a lot of YouTube content, you know, like a lot of Let's Plays. And back then it was a lot of Let's Plays. So I would watch people like, oh gosh, let's see, who specifically? A lot of Chugga Conroy. He was, I think, one of the first channels I started watching, which is probably why I like puns so much. And I mean, I went and saw like a lot of people on YouTube and also on other sites like Nostalgia Critic and AVGN.
Nostalgia Critic.
There were, you know, I wasn't big into just specific people for most of the time when I was watching YouTube videos at first, but then I started liking specific channels, and I was like, hey, you know, I kind of want to try this out because it's fun. Like, it seems like a fun time. I feel like I have a lot to say about video games. And, you know, if it's funny, someone could watch it and they might benefit from it because it's, you know, sometimes you just need a laugh.
Nostalgia Critic for Crosswords still isn't over, by the way.
Well, make a model and we'll put them in.
Oh, we could totally do it.
But yeah, so I started doing Let's Play stuff. You know, like I was very on and off with YouTube, trying just a lot of different things. I tried review stuff and didn't like it, and I tried Let's Playing, and I had a few things on my channel that I liked, but they were really awful, like early stuff. And then when I was in college, it was my freshman year of college, I decided, hey, well, actually, it's funny because when I got to the high school, the second high school I went to, because I moved halfway through high school, there was an exercise we had done where it's like, oh, write a letter to yourself when you graduate. And in the letter, I was like, hey, are we doing YouTube like big numbers yet? Like, are we doing it? And we weren't. So I was like, okay, we're going to do it. So I started uploading every day. I had a schedule where I did Let's Play stuff every day of different games. And then Dave, because I had met Dave years back. Like, I've known Dave for a really long time. He was also doing YouTube. He was trying to, you know, same thing as me. And one day he was like, hey, I uploaded a video about a Sonic Mania mod, and it's doing really well. And, you know, that was a lot for us because our videos didn't do well back then. And so I went out and looked for Sonic Mania mods and played a few, and, you know, they got good views. And then I played the Sonic Mania Repainted mod, which was just like a nuclear bomb dropped on my channel. I went from 400 subscribers to over 1,000 in like a couple hours, and I had been at 400 for years. So I was like, all right, we're in. And from there, I just started to... I realized the Sonic stuff was the stuff that was doing numbers, so I moved exclusively to that, which was a terrible, terrible move. Shouldn't have done that. Not Sonic as a whole. I mean, just like, I shouldn't have been exclusively Sonic. I should have not made that pact with the devil right off the bat.
Like niching down, basically.
You tend to chase like what's successful, and then you get pigeonholed.
I was excited, you know. I got locked into it, and I didn't realize it was a bad thing to be pigeonholed like that until it was too late. And then, you know, I just went through all the stuff. I met people, met new friends, met Frank, Pup, Trey, Sam, everyone. Had a good time, had a bad time with YouTube. And now I'm looking for a job that'll pay me so I can do YouTube as a hobby again. And, you know, not be so extreme with my emotions over it.
Same boat.
I would like to be able to support myself and then enjoy streaming and enjoy making videos and things like that again.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. But that's kind of where it started and where it went.
Yeah. Fantastic. So, moving on to you, Trey. Now, not so much YouTube, but you're a brilliant musician. Your creative path is a fair bit different to the other three. How'd you get into music?
It started when I was born. No, I'm kidding. So I whenever I was a kid, my it's so funny because I've always been creative in some aspects. Like before I did music, I was actually exclusively like drawing. In fact, the cousin I've mentioned a couple times, like me and him used to draw like comics and stuff like all the time together whenever we were kids. And then I really fell in love with music after I had like just a month of guitar lessons. And then my guitar teacher like retired like a month after. So I only knew like 3 chords and maybe like how to read like a little bit of sheet music and how to tune my guitar, but that was enough for me to kind of kickstart that. And then I just kind of went all in on the music aspect. And I grew up in church, so a lot of like my music upbringing is within like the church and stuff. And it actually did help me out because it like within that setting, like since you're playing for the Lord, right? You need to serve the song, right? You need to make sure that like your parts in the song aren't distracting from any other parts in the song, if that makes sense. So it actually helped me get this sense of cohesion when it came to songwriting in general because every part had to mean something in order for it to be there. It like some things could be cool for the sake of it, you know? Like I still love like a bunch of like stuff where it's like almost like virtuoso like guitar playing like Joe Satriani for example and stuff like that, like in Eric Johnson. Like I love like those guitar players and they were formative in my early years of playing guitar. Um but yeah, I really learned how to like write through I guess the church, you know, like that's kind of where my upbringing started. Then I started kind of like branching out. I discovered a band called Mute Math, which is one of my favorite bands of all time. And from there, the rest is like relatively kind of history. I got into the Sonic community by really collaborating with other people because I tried doing the content creator stuff. Used to do like shitty let's plays where we would have the flip camera in front of the TV. And,
Oh,
That's
man.
proper.
it's
That was
like
the era.
That's
classic
classic.
stuff. And I
Yeah.
wish I still had some of that stuff because like I was like like me and my friends, we were just kids. We were just like because I love Some Call Me Johnny. In fact, that was like one of the first YouTubers that I ever really got invested in. Because I remember him and Elliot being the Super Gaming Brothers, and like, and this was back in 2009 when they were first getting started, and like, so we were like early adopters of the Some Call Me Johnny stock back in the day, and he's been an inspiration. So it's like from there, it's like, oh, I would love to do game reviews. So I tried doing that. Wasn't happy with any of it, so none of it got uploaded. And I was just like, you know what, like I'm good at music and I still like talking about stuff too. Like my video I'm working on is still going to be like a discussion format, but it's going to be tied to music, you know. So it's like stuff that I'm confident in knowing about, basically, and I can talk about, I guess, like with a little bit more authority, if that makes sense. But yeah, my foray into this fandom was really through like collaboration. I collaborated with a bunch of people and I was a part of like some great projects and stuff like that. And that's how I got to meet a lot of great musicians. Like I got to meet one of my best friends, Shimshon the Gadite, fantastic composer, like musician. Can't wait to see him at Expo in less than a month. And yeah, like that's kind of where things are. And as of right now, I'm doing mainly a lot of IRL music stuff, where it's like I'm releasing 2 records. One with my band Pay to Pretend, where I play drums and keys, and one which is solely my own project called North Hills. So I'm very excited about that. And then I kind of want to reintroduce myself to the general pop or the online presence, like reintroduce people to my music through my original works first. Because like, okay, if they like that, then anything that I attach to other niches, like that's just a bonus, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And I did make some covers on my own YouTube channel for a while, and that was fun. But yeah. So that's my journey, I guess.
That's
Hell yeah, brother.
fantastic. Honestly, yeah. Superb. Anywho, now, Frank. So, you started off on YouTube about 8 years ago or so, and you're a Sonic tuber through and through. What prompted you to start off?
Actually, I started in 2011 on
Ah.
a completely different channel. I was inspired by a lot of retro game videos that I was watching at the time of like people, showing off like rare consoles or just talking about a game they liked, and I thought that's anything that wasn't the angry video game nerd, because there was no way I was going to try something like that. that was far too intimidating for me as somebody who was like 17 at the time and had like no idea what they were getting themselves into. So at that point, I was like, all right, well, I'll just point. I had like an iPod Touch. I'll just point it at a screen or point it at something and, talk about it as I'm playing it. So I was doing like mid 2000s YouTube in 2011. Anyway, from there, I was kind of interested in a bunch of other things. And one of the things that one of my longtime friends would joke about is the fact that I had so many different channels. Like, yeah, because I'll get inspired by something and I don't want it attached to whatever this is, or I'll come up with like a better channel name or whatever. And that went on for about 6 years until the announcement of Sonic Mania. Because at this point, it was like I've tried game reviews. I've basically stole. If anybody's ever seen the Mike's Game Glitches from Cinemassacre, I basically stole that and did that myself. Yeah, I was really big into Cinemassacre content at the time. So
Wait,
when
Mike
I saw
is
that,
in
like,
Mike Matei?
Yeah, the
They
local
like to
Bandito
build
himself.
brown bricks with Minecraft. So one of my
we went to
favorite
we
videos.
went to 2 different memes on that one. Yours is probably a bit safer.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna bring that up.
Actually, you know what's funny? Okay, really quick tangent. That AVGN 8-bit game, the brown bricks is an item you can use. It's a weapon.
Oh my god, that's my favorite thing to come out of Cinemassacre is the brown bricks video.
Oh, my favorite thing was Monster
I can see
Madness.
why
That
kids
was
enjoy playing
awesome.
Minecraft because they
Not
like
Monster
to build
Madness,
brown
Board
bricks.
Minecraft was my favorite thing to come out of that channel. That was just amazing. But yeah, at that point I've done game reviews, glitch videos. I did like 2 different podcasts. I've done Let's Play videos, whether it was on like retro games or I tried doing the whole Call of Duty stuff years after it was already no longer cool to do. I was inspired by so many things. Just didn't really have any sense of direction. And then Sonic Mania was announced, and it was getting closer and closer to its release date. And on a live stream of a friend of mine, they jokingly said like, "Oh, hey, you should do a channel that's based on like Sonic the Hedgehog." And because I guess there was a long running joke of like, "Oh, there's a Sonic channel and a Tails channel. There's only a matter of time until there's a Knuckles channel," and that's kind of where the name came from. Like I just kind of went.
Oh, that's funny.
He saw his window and he jumped through it.
The channel was not taken serious. It was supposed to be just like a quick side thing while I was working on a video on Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link for what was my main channel at the time. And eventually I would make I would do like my first Let's Play on Sonic the Hedgehog. It was like Knuckles and Sonic 1, the ROM hack. And then eventually Sonic Mania released, did the full Let's Play on that. And then the PC version came out. Then the modding scene started to take off, but I wasn't as aware of how big it was going to be. I was just like, oh, I'll grab a mod and see, it'll be fun, whatever. Eventually it started taking off and it was like more people are watching these videos. I should probably not make it seem so lazy where I'm just, recording commentary, playing the game and then just chopping off the ends and just, and make that the full video. Let me add a little bit more editing into it. And
it's a trap. That's a trap right there.
Yeah. It definitely was, because it meant that my output of videos was a lot lower than others. I remember the one time I was
in love with you for what you have to say and stuff. Like a lot of my most successful videos are before I discovered the advent of video editing myself. And the thing is, once you've added editing, you can't go back. You can't decline in a quality area, And it kind of makes things if I just left JPEGs on screen and just kept yapping, I could get a video out a day, no stress, and probably rake it in. And now I fucked myself by taking pride in the editing.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so funny.
Unfortunately, I wasn't concerned about getting videos out, even though the videos were just everything was constantly in the tens or hundreds of thousands of views. I wasn't too concerned about that at first. It was how do I make myself different from everybody else? Because I'm seeing a bunch of other videos. I even saw maybe 1 or 2 of Dylan's videos. Okay, how do I stick out from everyone?
Oh, look at me!
And
I'm
different. My plan.
The unique
Dylan,
man.
Dylan was
He's
competition
the
to you.
unique man.
No, I thought because eventually it was like, wait, we're all looking at the exact same mods. How do I make my videos look different than everybody else's? Like, how do I make the so that way it's not the exact same thing? And that's where I started doing like zoom ins. I would add sound effects. I would just do whatever I can, like do little jokes in there. That would eventually become like what would cause me to burn out on that stuff. But
you need to do like MCU humor. Like he's behind me, isn't he? Like you're probably wondering how I got into this situation, or so that
I didn't think about any of that stuff. I wasn't like big into the MCU.
Oh, it's not. It's just fucking modern writing, man. Like modern comedy.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
millennials, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I think the closest I did to like something that would be relevant to the internet was like the was it Flex Seal or something, where it's like that guy saying that's a lot of damage. I ended up using that at one point. But at eventually, like, it would get to a point where I'm kind of just like doing the exact same thing over and over again, and it would get repetitive. Like I just could not like all the editing was the same. I was playing the exact same game 2 years later, and I needed something different. So I ended up doing a I ended up doing the next dumbest possible thing I could do, and that was let me challenge myself in some of these games because I've played them about 100 times at this point. So that's where Sonic Without Defeating a Badnik started, and that was like the first piece of scripted content that I was doing on the channel. And eventually, like I was just done with gameplay, like just live gameplay stuff. So I eventually switched over to scripted content for a while, and that did not shake away the whole like burnout. Like it was really bad. I remember somebody telling me like why I didn't do certain videos anymore, and I said like if I kept doing them, I would hate this franchise and I would never want to make a video on it again. And that's what led to me wanting to rebrand and play more than just Sonic. So I played Mega Man.
Yeah.
He had his big bounce back. Lil.
It did work for a while, but then I would get burned out again, but not so much on Mega Man or Sonic, just on video creation as a whole. And it would take me like, I would have like these periods of time where I would just go silent, or I would just only stream, and it would get worse and worse. But
no, that's real though. Yeah, like,
yeah, I think I had like a period of time where I was able to get by off of like all of the older videos that I had, and it was about a 6 or 7 month period where I just didn't upload because I had no inspiration. I had no god damn it. I had no motivation to work on anything. And
it was fair if you're watching this. That was for you. That was for you, fam. 6, 7. Anyways, continue.
Oh, for God's sake.
I don't get it either.
Oh, you're really gonna do
okay.
iPad shit? Really?
You know what made me get it? I'm not even joking. It's the SpongeBob scene 24, 25.
But why not just say 25? Like,
yeah. It's like 24.
I get it. It's just
damn it. Like 6, 7, same thing.
You did that for the iPad kid.
I did that
for an iPad kid. The joke isn't going to make any sense in like 4 seconds time.
Yeah, I saw that was bringing it up, but I was just like, I'm 31 years old. I can't be bothered with this.
No, I'm 32, so I feel you. I get it.
I just turned 30, so that makes me even more pathetic.
We're all unks.
We're all unks, and I think Dylan's 29.
I'm also 29.
Yeah, technically I'm 31 next week. So
look
I'm
at me! I rounded my age up just to have status.
Age is coming for you all.
Yeah, it's coming. The Grim Reaper doesn't rest. Anyway,
but, as of late, I've been slowly producing more videos. It's just trying to get closer to where I was maybe about 2 years ago, where even if it wasn't like hundreds of thousands of views, it was still like thriving, and I was enjoying what I was doing. I enjoy what I do. It's just YouTube's changed a good amount.
Yeah, that's also another thing, is that I talk to a lot of creators about like the algorithm and like kind of like rolling with the punches, and I don't know. I think early on for me, and I don't mean to take up any more air, but like I think early on for me, I realized that like changing my formula or like kind of like my groove of things because YouTube just can't make up its mind. It's like I don't want to do that. I'll just do
Back
music
to
and
formula.
have fun
the
with that.
numbers, the analytics will mess with you on your worst days. Like it did for me, where it's like I'll see a video like have under 1,000 views in maybe about like 2 or 3 days. I'm just like, this channel's fucking dead. All right, well,
It
I'm
could
just gonna
also
go
be,
find
like,
something else to do in life.
You're
And
trying out a
then-
new topic and one that's not going to usually guarantee you kind of views. So you're just kind of trying to build up that
Even-
little audience, and it's like you're expecting it to get only like say 200 views in the course of a day or so. But YouTube's here like with no, your subscribers aren't watching this. Oof, it's 9 out of 10, buddy.
Gotta fix that. You know, you're getting the
And
9
it's
out
like,
of 10, or
well,
even worse, the 10 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like, well, John YouTube, I happen to be trying to grow a separate audience, so why don't you sit the fuck down?
Well, it's funny because that wasn't even when I switched or anything. At first, you know, there were some growing pains with the rebrand, and that did happen where like stuff was kind of it was like a very slow start. And then over
Yeah.
time it started growing. Yeah, I would also have times where it's like, oh, it's a Mega Man video, you know, I have like that's easy. You know, I know
Right.
people would be interested in it. Why not? And even that would be slow. It's like, oh, this is really weird. But then after maybe about a month or so, it's like, okay, that's normal.
It was only a spike, it'll soon stabilize.
Yeah. Now my shit just plateaus at like 14,000. So it's like, you know what? I could be in worse places.
That's fair.
No, that's very fair. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the next group one. So, what experiences have you all had because of your creative journeys that really stick in your mind, like at conventions or whatnot, or with friends?
Is Dylan, are you like still here? I see your mic is muted. Do you realize your mic is muted? He often forgets that his mic is muted.
Oh
I
no!
forgot that my mic was muted.
There we
Hey,
go.
see, that's how well we've gotten to know each other now. You know, like
You know,
You weren't
no,
saying
I
stuff
was
through that, were
talking
you?
as well. I was like, I
Oh,
wasn't saying
no.
anything substantial, but I said like a couple things here and there.
he's so stupid.
And it seemed like you heard me because you weren't talking when I talked, and I was like, yes, surely they're hearing me right now.
You could have just
No.
checked the little icon
No.
where it, you know.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first. We've just woken you up, so yeah, you go first.
All right, thanks. So some specific things I remember, or just like opportunities, or just things that stick out to me in my brain is the first time I ever went to TMG, to Too Many Games in Philadelphia, because I was going there as a content creator, you know, for the first time, and I got a free ticket because I work with Screenwave. You know, they just let me go, and
Ooh, look at me.
Oh, shut up.
I got to go to like a
Shut
party, right? I got to go to like a really fun party with a lot of just like other content creators and stuff. And I was just like, holy shit, this is the best day of my life. And I made it happen. You know, like I did it. Like I fucking did it. I'm here because of my own efforts. Finally, something I can actually point to and be like, look at this.
Yeah.
Look at what I've done for myself. And with all of your help, of course. That was one thing for sure. The first time I ever got a review copy for a game, I believe it was Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy for Switch, and
Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
I was having a really bad time at the time, and I can't really place why. I can't remember why, but that like really made me feel happy at a time where I was down, and of course. I got to be on that Sonic live stream a couple of weeks ago, a month ago,
Yes,
or whatever.
that
That
was
was very
awesome, dude.
unexpected.
So
But I
happy
had a
for
lot
you.
of fun, and I got first place, my first ever first place Crossworlds Online, and it's recorded on the Sonic channel, which is nice.
Amazing.
Oh, look at
And
me.
I just
Corpo
barely
wins.
beat Sam too. I beat him
I
by
was-
like a millisecond. He was like, "I can't believe you did that." I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I had to win.
Yeah.
But so that stuff, and of course just meeting all of these guys and my friends that I've made
Yeah.
so many connections through this, you know. And it's not to say that because sometimes people say that, and I'm like, I don't mean like, oh yeah, I'm glad that I got so many good numbers because I met these cool people. Like, I'm just glad that I was in the right place at the right time because of this, to meet all of these people that I know now. Really changed the world, and I think I'll leave it at that. It's a handful of them right there for you. 100,000, I guess. 100,000 subscribers as well was kind of crazy. Like, by that point, I was very uncertain about the future of the channel because it wasn't doing very well, but I still got the plaque, and I was like, fuck yeah. Like, I'd imagined it so many times, and I was like, finally, it's my turn. Like,
Heck yeah, dude.
I always find like the plaques that you get. I always thought that was kind of cool because it's like a physical manifestation of like all of your hard work, and
exactly.
I hope to grow to that point one day.
It's a tangible reward. It's fungible.
You will.
It's a fungible token of achievement.
It's the NFT of YouTube rewards. So.
It's a YouTube silver play button NFT.
No, don't make me have to throw this thing out. Don't.
Hey, Dylan, I'm going to put your silver play button on the blockchain. You can't stop me.
Oh my
I
god.
would be so pissed.
I guess I'll go up next. We'll do it just in order of the what's on screen. So yeah, like obviously the 100K plaque was pretty fucking cool. And I remember on the day I hit 100K. That was the day when we saw Sam and Lewis performing in London, and we met like Faye and Sasha and everybody. So that was a great day anyway. But like like obviously like going to cons, like we had PAX was the most recent of the American cons that I did. And yeah, saw Dylan there. Obviously Sega Fan Jam as well. Seeing Trey, meeting him in person. Best is yet to come with Frank and still haven't met this idiot.
I have not met Frank in person yet, but I will.
Yeah. And we'll have a little sword fight, if you know what I'm saying. But like
that, I'm not prescribing to that part.
I don't know what you're saying, actually. Can you explain that?
One really cool thing that happened was on the way back from PAX 2023. Suris was driving me and Nick back to Atlanta, Georgia, so we could get a flight. And so we went from Boston to we stopped off in Virginia to see Wayne. And then we went all the way down to Atlanta, Georgia. And it's like, that's a good chunk of the East Coast. And I made sure to stop off at gas stations and get a big gulp and got a big sody pop. Biggest sody pop I could possibly get, to be honest. But we also had a night in New York City as well. And I remember I was sat in the back of the car. Nick puts on the aux cable the Spider-Man movie theme, the Danny Elfman one. And it was just like, oh yeah, we're here. We went to Joe's Pizza, which was in Spider-Man 2. And it was kind of like, I guess it's like Mecca for me, effectively. It was like New York City, it's like going to Spider-Man World. Went on the Grand Central Station, got on the subway, saw a blood stain on the wall that was perfectly head level with me. So I was like, I wonder what happened there. Went into a tourist trap store, got some little piece of shit souvenirs. Like, yeah, the New York trip was just fantastic. And I'm hoping that we can find a way to have some kind of like road trip or something sorted with the new batch. But damn,
who's gonna drive?
You,
Trey.
Dylan, you're gonna drive.
I'll do it.
Trey will.
Oh god, I've heard stories of Trey.
No, it's one time.
Trey's awesome.
He always drives into tornadoes though, and then he joins the call. Like,
no.
Hey,
at least I was there. I was very adamant on being there. Yeah,
you did. Yeah, I mean, in fairness, he weathered hell and high water to be here. But I'm gonna pass Snort 2 over to Frank. Snort 2's not even here, but like, yeah.
Frank. Well, I was gonna say with Trey driving, he's gonna put the wrong fuel in, and we're gonna wait hours.
That was one time. That was one time.
Oh my
it was
Lord.
2 in the morning, and it wasn't even labeled.
I mean, actually, that reminds me of one story.
You know what's crazy? I talked to my other friends about that story, and they're like, "No, that should have been a blue handle. Like that's what that should have been." I'm like, "Thank you. Everyone's giving me shit."
Well, I feel like Trey's kind of taken up position as like the useless member of the group in that like. We previously had Nick, who was meant to fly to Boston, landed in Washington D.C. and decided to do an American road trip before PAX, effectively. because he just got the wrong flight, basically.
That's hilarious.
fun.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But anyways, I think it's whose turn is it?
I think it's Franken still.
So
Yeah.
I've kind of lost what the question was about.
So it was
Sorry.
basically like, what experiences have you had because of your creative journeys that really stick in your mind? Like, it can be at conventions, or it can be with friends, just stuff that your YouTube work or career in general has kind of enabled you to have that you really treasure.
Oh, there's a lot of those. Honestly, like anytime that I got to stream with like Dave and Dylan like early on was because like just because we got along that well. Um Honestly are still probably some of my favorite streams I've ever done. Even like hanging out like doing Sunset City episodes, those are always a good time. I guess for things outside of like content, there's a couple of things. One of them was like this one's actually recent. Like the time I got to go to the Monster Hunter Wilds launch party because of the Capcom Creators Program. And it was one of those things like it's something I was able to do because of the work that I've been doing. Which is something that kind of sticks with me still. And not only that, but also getting the game like 2 weeks in advance just to cover it because it was something I was interested in and that the company was like, yeah, absolutely, go ahead and make your video on it, which was awesome. Something physical that would stick with me is the first time I received something from. Actually, it was the only time that I received like one of those. It was like a couple of items from Sega, and the duffel bag, windbreaker jacket, and hat for the Sonic at the Olympic Games. Not sure how people feel about the app, about the mobile game itself, but it also felt like one of those things where it felt like one of those things where it's like I actually have a physical item of something that's like my work led to, even though it was something that's for like a small game like that, to be even noticed by a company like Sega or say being noticed by a company like Capcom, like it felt surreal and it was awesome. So I don't know, those are the ones that stick out most to me, but usually it's just like, even if it's just hanging out on a stream or just like kind of shooting the shit in a call for a while, like even if we're just like, even if it has nothing to do with content creation, like those are like some of the things that I will always remember.
Just one of those calls where I'm like the most powerful creature in the known universe.
And then there's talking to Pup when he has had a bit of lettuce.
Yeah.
I just
Because
remembered Sonic 3 premiere. There we. I'm just gonna mention that real quick before we move on.
All right.
Dom, you were there.
Oh yeah, because you had the Sonic 3 premiere. I think it's my turn. With that question.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, true.
Honestly, a lot of my stuff that I would consider highlights happened outside of internet culture as a whole. Like, it's I remember the first time I played a massive festival with the band that I'm in, Pay to Pretend. That was kind of like a culture shock thing because there was over like 1,500 people like looking at us and like getting engaged in the songs that we were like playing and performing. And I was like, oh my god, like this could be a thing. Like this could actually like, because up until that point we were playing in like very small venues where maybe like 20 people were there, which again was still thankful that 20 people wanted to come out and see us. It's like kind of hard to build something from nothing, like truly something from nothing, like
especially these days because you find out exactly how big the scene is.
Oh, for sure. And like whenever it's like, okay, we have more reach or more pull. And I think another thing too is that me and my band, we started doing like TikTok stuff too, which I know it's like kind of like a unnecessary evil, but some people have actually like, we've been teasing our stuff. None of it's released. None of the new stuff's released yet, but like we were teasing some of our stuff, and then people were screen recording like the songs that we were, I guess, teasing and posting, and like reposting them and lip syncing to those songs. And it's like, this isn't even the final version of that song.
A cool feeling.
And I'm like, holy shit! Like this is actually, and this is just all us. And like speaking personally, I am mixing and mastering and recording everything at my place. Like in terms of Pay to Pretend. Like of course, the rest of the band is doing their stuff as well. Like we have 2 guitar players which are phenomenal. We have a bass player that plays everything and he's phenomenal. I play drums and keys, and then we have a amazing lead singer. But it's like this is like a collective where all of us are coming together to make something truly unique to us, and people are like really vibing with it. I was like, oh shit, that's super cool. Like I'm very excited to release that now more than ever. And also like I guess within like YouTube culture, this last Too Many Games was a big highlight for sure. It's kind of the same story that like Dylan had, where I went to like this little hotel house party, got to meet some very amazing people, like people I've been friends with for like a decade, or not friends, but like fans of for like a decade or even more so, you know. And it's like it was cool to finally befriend and, you know, talk to these people and like have genuine connections with them as well. But yeah, like I do feel like though, at least in my point of view, that the best is still yet to come. You know, there's still more stuff that I can like, I guess like see happening that I'm excited for. I'm excited for.
Bias.
I'm I'm just excited. I'm excited to finally release my own original music as well. Like
Recency bias.
Recency bias. But like I still feel like for me, like I haven't really had much of like a oh shit, I've made it moment. I've had moments where it's just like, okay, I'm on the right path. Like I'm doing okay. And if I just keep believing in this path, or believe, you know, in my abilities, you know, and not let like the existentialism get to me, you know, because that happens sometimes, then I'll be then I'll get to that point where it's like, okay, I've made it. I'm doing good. And like, but as it stands right now, I'm just thankful to be here. Thankful to have all these people as some of my closest friends, and you know, and just be able to just make more connections, and like genuine friendship connections, not like business connections, rather. You know, like so.
What is
So,
this
yes.
Thanksgiving dinner? What's going on here?
What's
Bring it
going
in.
Let him be sappy.
Oh, I could go for a Thanksgiving dinner. Oof.
Oh, same here.
Man, imagine like if there was a turkey here. That'd be so good.
Fuck. Why did you say that? I'm gonna be thinking about that now.
I want a rotisserie chicken. Like a rotisserie chicken would be banger.
Huh.
Right. Also, before we move too far from what you said, I want to say that was very beautiful. That, you know, like, oh, I haven't hit that shit. I made it, but I'm on the right path, and that's good. Like that's a very important thing to be able to realize and recognize, because sometimes if you're trying to do something for a really long time, whether it be YouTube or find a job or do anything, finish a project, whatever, sometimes you get caught up in this is not gonna, like, I'm not winning right now, so it sucks, or like it's not working immediately, so it's over. And I was very much like that for a long time with YouTube as well. Like whenever it would go with like negative direction, I'd be like, fuck, it's over, you know, instead of being like, you know, but it's very important to be able to see, like, obviously now I look back at things and I can see that it was not like the be all end all of the world, because there's a lot more that comes from this than just the money, which is, I mean, I need to support myself, but you know,
Money's good though.
but yeah, no, it's a very important thing to know and just have in your mind that you don't have to be winning every single second. You can be on the path to winning, and you know, you just gotta make your way in your time. I think it's important.
As the old saying goes, like a garage in every fish and 3 eyes on every car.
Yeah.
How about another saying, which is there's no time limit for fulfillment. You know, there's no time.
Yeah.
There's no time limit.
How about
to
another
Mine was fine,
question
but
from
yours is
Dom?
good too, I guess.
Yeah. How about another question from Dom?
Okay. Well,
And
we're gonna. Yeah.
I was just gonna
No,
say,
I just love what you're all saying though. It's very poignant, to be honest, in terms of your creative stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we're moving on to one more creative question actually. So, in the time that you've been creative on the internet, what has been the thing that you have made that you're most proud of? So we'll start with Dylan.
Let's see. There's some I look at with incredible fondness. When I started to branch out from Sonic because I couldn't fucking handle it anymore, I decided to make videos about stuff that I really, really loved and that I just wanted to talk about, like Pikmin. I did a Pikmin video before Pikmin 4 came out, and there's a joke in that video that makes me laugh every time, because I was Googling Pikmin for, you know, just reasons of the video, And in the list of games that existed, there was a Pikmin 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the 4 one was just fake. It just wasn't real. And in the video, I say, why would someone do that? It is so horrible that someone did that. And then, like, Pikmin 4 got announced, like, a couple months later, which is cool. I made a Mega Man Star Force video, which is just a character and just a franchise series I'm very, very attached to for a lot of emotional reasons. It was there for me when I was young, and, you know, very interesting characterization for that character. It's something I didn't see from a lot of games at the time, so that video is really important to make. But there's another one. There's an Oddworld video. I made a video about the whole Oddworld series because that has been like one of my favorite things forever, even though I've been terrible at the games. And that one I just felt like had a really consistent, good humor vibe to it. It was like good pacing. I talked about each game enough times and had enough personal anecdotes along with all the other stuff. And I had a very sweet message at the end, just like, hey, if you guys who made these games ever see it, like, you know, I just appreciate you. Like, I really appreciate you for doing this. So it's, and I don't know if they ever saw it. It doesn't really matter to me, but I loved that one. And then I think the last thing, aside from some of the videos I've made with friends, like collabs have always been very special to me. You know, stuff I've done with Frank and Dave and Pup and whatever I'll do with Trey eventually, because, you know, we will collaborate on things for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I love like the collaborations. I look back on those really fondly. Like the Sonic Advance 3 video with Red Hot Sonic was a huge meme on my channel for a really long time, and it still is.
It's a certified hood classic.
It's a fun one. I would definitely do some of it different, but I did like it, and it was a fun time to write because it took so long. And then the last thing I'll do is I mentioned that I've gotten review copies, you know, from different companies and stuff. And the one, I think the thing that I'm most crazy proud of is Capcom using some random provider emailed me, and they were like, hey, do you want to cover Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection? One of your favorite things in the fucking entire universe. And I was very concerned at first because I was like, is this fake like all the other things I get? Because I would get so many fake emails that I was like, but I've never seen it. It's always like mobile games they pitch. They pitch like Black Desert Online or something, some game I've never heard of, or like World of Tanks or something. But this one was like specifically an email that I'd never seen before, and a game that I had never seen scammed at me before. So I contacted them and kept talking, and it was real. And they had seen, like, I guess someone had pitched my channel because I had talked about Mega Man before or something, and I got to make a paid video about some of my favorite games, like, in the fucking universe. And I got the game for free from Capcom. And I was like, this is insane. Like if this is the moment where if my kid self could see what I was doing, he would be like, wow. You know, like, I cannot believe that. So that's probably one of the, aside from getting the plaque, which is obviously a very emotional, big source of pride moment. I would say that. I would say probably making that video, because I got to... I probably would have done stuff with that video differently as well, but I was on a time limit as well.
Yeah,
but it's just a video that's a very important thing that happened. You know, I was like, this is crazy. Like, that's my favorite thing, and they also paid me and gave me the game for free. So I was like, sure, let's do it. That's my stuff. It's just a lot of good memories, you know?
Amazing. Okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll move on to Pup.
What's up? Video I'm most proud of, right? Is that what we're doing? Or thing I'm most proud of in the
Anything.
whole...
It can be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to have been like successful views wise. It's the thing that has made you the most creatively fulfilled.
Okay, so I'm okay, right. So Sunset City obviously is something I'm incredibly proud of. Like, that first generation and stuff like that, we got over 100 episodes under our belt, and we all had a great time and had great trips and stuff, and I was very proud to be a part of that group. And I get to be incredibly proud of the fact that we managed to move on after that cast left, and we managed to get a cast that is just as good together and secure a future for it and make it all the way to 200 episodes. That's something I'm obviously beaming with pride about. And because of that, unlike you goobers, I have twice the pride. but I'll probably have double the fall. Anyways,
Yes, you will.
Yeah.
another.
It'll hurt
Shut
more,
the fuck
probably.
up, Dom. Who even are you? But like,
Who even are you?
you're a dead man, is what you are.
Our wonderful
But,
narrator and host.
I'm also very proud of like the Spider-Man retrospective that I did in
That one's great.
2023.
Oh yeah.
Partly because of like I just put a lot into it, but another thing I was very proud of was my arc on Amazing Spider-Man 1. How like in 2019 I was like the CEO of the We Hate the Amazing Spider-Man 1 club to actually saying, okay, look, guys, I've learned that there's a lot more to movies than just like what you would do with it or how much something aligns up with your vision. There's so much more to it. There's also just more to movies than crowd pleasing as well. And, you know, I was able to find the beauty in The Amazing Spider-Man again because I did like it when it first came out as a kid. But then, like, I went through my life, oh poo on you, Amazing Spider-Man.
That's not Tobey Maguire. Who is that?
Yeah, I was like, that's not my fucking perfect little cheeseburger. That was the Raimi trilogy.
Yeah. I didn't give him a chance.
Yeah, I didn't really like. That was the thing is when I was a kid, I gave Andrew Garfield a chance, but the second the Tom Holland movies came, I was like, oh patooey on that whole thing. And naturally, like going to film university and stuff like that, learning to appreciate things, and that's the thing. A lot of people go to film school and become more critical because of it. I became more loving of just the process and like the stories behind it and the creative voices. I guess you could say I'm not like other film students, but I'm going to be incredibly proud of Speeding Ticket once that's done, but I'm proud of the progress that's been made. I'm proud of the fact that I was able to make my own little Sonic models, get them up and running, and I'm super proud of the cast that we've got for it as well. The voice performances are fantastic. There's going to be people coming away from this with new favorite voice actors for these characters. That's how much fucking confidence I have in this, is there's going to be people saying, yeah, that's my favorite version of that character in terms of the voice. I have that much confidence in the people I've cast. But also the Klonoa short film as well. You know, I saw a real gap in the pop culture zeitgeist there. It's like, hey, I'll just make my own fucking Klonoa 3 or 1.5 in this case. Like, fuck you all. I'm Uwe Boll.
I'll make my own Klonoa with blackjack and...
make my... Yeah, right? Yeah, those are...
He made his own cannoli.
It was a very good film as well. I liked it.
Oh, you liked it?
Could tell a lot went into it. I've told you this before.
You hated it. I knew it.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, it's terrible. Never make films again.
Piece of
honestly,
shit,
the
Frank.
style was what got me. I was like, this is like impressive, like artwork for the like. It had like a felt, like stop motion-y kind of feel to it. And I was like, this is very unique.
That was my old pre-Blender days style. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah, no, I thought that was unique. That was
Oh, so you hate the new style? I knew it.
No, I didn't say that either.
Yeah, I also hate pancakes, but I love waffles. Yeah.
You know, we should get Connor the Waffle on here someday.
Oh, Connor's
really
so fun. He's
love
hilarious. Yeah, same here.
Right, shall we move on to Frank's?
Yes.
No.
Franco.
I want to talk more. No, I'm joking. Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, you've had your time, dog.
He always wants to talk more.
You've got your time, dog.
I guess as much as I burned out on it pretty like after some time, anytime I got to do like a Mania mod showcase, especially like when I started really going in on the editing on it, like I had like it was very creatively fulfilling. Like I got to do a bunch of silly effects just for the sake of like, oh, what would make me laugh, or what would be something like, oh, I caught this off the corner of my eye, but not in the actual gameplay itself.
That would hurt.
I don't know. That always was pretty good for the time that it lasted. I guess Sonic 2 without defeating a Badnik was one where it had a little bit of the editing that I would bring in for the mod showcase, but it also felt like an actual challenge of like, how do I, like, what's the best way to approach it when I have to babysit Tails? And then and then I guess if I can go back to the mod showcase stuff, I forgot about this one. a lot of times I always looked for like even if I had a sprite swap that I was mod that I was just looking at, I always dug around to see like, is there anything I could pair this with to make an interesting video? And sometimes it worked. Other times I would get mod developers saying, "Hey, can you not combine our mods?" So
interesting. Okay.
it worked sometimes. Other times not so much. And then honestly, just now it's just more of like, how much can I talk about a game and like not repeat myself and I think these days that's what fulfills me, is like, just gushing about the games that I like now, even if it's not, it could be considered more or less creative than like the editing that I put into a video or like the thumbnails I was doing or whatever it was. So yeah.
You put the words fulfills me and gushing in the same sentence. Can you even hear yourself, man? I'm trying not to laugh.
I'm currently laughing. I am currently laughing.
Pops. Okay, Pops.
Yeah. You're the only one
know
for these sound cues, right? We're not trained for this.
He's laughing.
Yeah. I'm currently
now because you mentioned it, but we weren't paying attention when he just said those individual words.
Yeah,
but now that means 2 people get to laugh, which is great. It means I've saved the world.
Unbelievable. I'm not getting the joke. I don't get it.
I'm not getting the saving the world part. I'm not getting that.
Nonsense, man.
Hi, Daisy. Hi.
All right.
Anyway, Trey.
Yes. What am I most proud of?
Yes. What are you most proud of?
I think the stuff I'm working on now. I'm most proud of me, myself, and I. I am perfect. No, but
oh, look at me.
I think the stuff I'm currently working on now that hasn't been released yet is definitely some of my best work. Period. Regardless of niche, regardless of whatever. And like, I take pride in it. It's like I'm trying not to be overly zealous about it or like try to like put myself up on a pedestal or overhype it or anything, but it's like, this
Puff
is
just said that his voice actors were going to be better than anyone else that's ever voice acted.
I didn't say that. I said there's going to be people coming away saying that these voice actors are some of their favorites.
Yeah, he said something like that. We'll be the best ones.
But yeah, like they're good.
The stuff I'm like the music I've been working on, the albums that are being released, the video I've been working on for the past like couple months, which is just getting closer and closer to completion. Definitely some of my favorite things that I've done. Like it's stuff I've always wanted to make. Like, it's like that kind of like feeling where it's like, okay, I can finally make what I've always felt like I always could, and I'm very excited about that. But stuff that does exist that I am proud of, I did go viral with I you know exactly what I'm talking about. I made a parody song of What's New Scooby-Doo, but instead of What's New Scooby-Doo, I said LGBTQ because it's the same cadence, and people really loved it, and it garnered it. It's the first and only thing that I've made that has gone like viral like that. Like,
I feel like I saw that and I was like, "This is fucking awesome." I didn't realize it was you until you told me.
Not really? Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, I just love the lyric they're gonna star in your movies because it's like low-key, slightly clunky, but the message is great. Like, it's so fucking funny.
Oh, well, I made it in like an hour. Like I wrote it, recorded it.
That's what I love about it. Is how
mixed and mastered it. Like, because it was a thing where I was like, because it all spawned from a tweet that said, "Guy that says LGBTQ, but in the cadence of Scooby Dooby Doo." Like that was the tweet. And I was like, "Oh, let me do What's New Scooby-Doo."
LGBTQ.
Yeah, exactly. And so that definitely was. And every year, like clockwork, people are like, "Make a full version." I'm like, guys, I don't even have the same stuff that I recorded it back then with, and I would have to remake it from the ground up, which I'd be fine to do. But I think I'm also one of those people that's just like, if something has had its time, I don't want to just milk it. I don't want to just like.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't want to just do it like, for the sake of it.
You don't want to be like Lil Nas X, who kept doing like the same song over and over again.
Yeah, I don't want that to be my Gucci Gang. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just do Gucci Gang over and over again. Or do Old Town Road rather. That's the
one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
like every week there was like a new
low
remix
pop,
of it. It was like, Jesus Christ, dude, we get it.
Well,
Kinda
that
funny,
and that kind of goes back to my whole like algorithm thing. It's because the algorithm loves repetition like that, you know. And I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way. There's
You
zero
see that with
way.
a lot of you see that with a good amount of YouTubers where they'll get a hit and then they'll try to replicate it over and over again to diminishing.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, and like,
It didn't work.
well,
I mean,
that's
it worked
the
for a
thing.
bit, then it didn't.
Yeah,
I remember, I had
Well-
that video, Gotham's Joker problem. Then one day later, Gotham's Joker Q&A. Your questions answered.
No, I mean, that's reasonable. A day later, that makes sense. That's a follow-up.
I mean,
think-
I was new, you know.
Yeah, bless. All right then, shall we move on?
Okay.
yeah, for sure. I think this. I
Okey-dokey.
think this last. I think this next question will have to be my last because I do have band practice later on tonight. But
Of
Alrighty.
course.
No worries.
Yeah.
Jim.
No worries.
I
Well,
wish Trey was a good
this
friend.
is one of the last two Sunset City specific ones anyway, so I'm gonna ask this. You guys have so many silly little in-jokes, which I do admittedly find quite funny, like that's true. How do these things stick with you all?
How they stick?
how they stick.
But-
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a case where they stuck. It's a case where they were forced upon us, and we've just kind of accepted them as zeitgeists in our vocabulary because we don't have a choice.
No, I'm saying
It
is,
is,
I've
there
made
is a
such
little bit like that. There's a little bit of an element like that, but I also find that I don't know, like when I'm friends with people and they find something funny, like sometimes I've said this a lot, plenty of times. Sometimes Pop's repetition makes me want to fucking do something in Minecraft, but like, you know, this sometimes the repetition works in a way with a joke, like when it's a very quick joke, like that's true, or
yeah,
you know, something innocent and tiny like that, right? It's just like it just worms its way in, and
Yeah.
it's fine because it's like I just hear it and I'm like, this is almost comforting at this time, you know, like that we're all been programmed.
I think
To
we have
respond this
Stockholm
way.
It's a cult, dude. It's a fucking cult. I've
We-
been
we
saying
It
this
is a little
for a while.
Stockholm syndrome, I think.
Yeah, we just have Stockholm syndrome to these inside jokes, but they are
But yeah,
funny.
that's my favorite one is probably. I actually don't know.
It's just the
I don't
AOL
know.
dial-up sound.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, I was like, maybe it was a joke explained by Trey. That was a really funny joke.
Yeah,
I like
hey,
that
y'all,
one.
Trey here.
Oh yeah, that which I haven't said in a while. Again, didn't want to just do the repetition thing, But there was a point in time where I would be like, "Hey everyone, Trey here." So the joke was right, and then I'd just go on this long
I thought it was funny every time.
tangent explanation. I think it's and it's usually for jokes that everyone already got. But I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna.
Well, it was
explain
a
for
riff
the
on
audience.
Explain Peter and like all those other Twitter accounts
Yes.
that used to exist. You know, like we
There's
were
also, like, the other
reminiscing
ones,
about
like-
Explain Peter.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
true, Kame, because, like,
That's true.
it had just been burned into my head, that fucking Ouya conference, where
Yeah.
the Ouya lady
Yeah, when
has
Pop
it in,
has
like,
it like a
paper
vocal stem,
bag.
yeah.
It's in, like, a greasy paper bag, and she pulls it out and stuff, and she's mentioning, like, oh, the Ouya's controller is, like, an industry first because it has a touchpad on it. And the guy goes, oh, well, PlayStation 4 actually has a touchpad on the screen. She goes, that's true. And then just moves on. And I just found it so brilliant that it just burned its way into my head.
That's true.
And it's just like, I'm just like, guys, remember the Ouya? But
People love it. She's point blank gets caught in a lie, and she doesn't have anything to say about it other than you're right. Yep.
like
Yeah,
folds under zero pressure. Like
there's
it's
also
really
things
funny.
like Trey being a Hollywood elite. Because he's got a lot of stuff, you know? Like, he's got
I do have a lot of stuff.
And in order to have a lot of
Yeah.
stuff, you got to have a lot of money, you know? Which means that this man has accrued a lot of money over the years. And
A lot of
my way of
feedbacks,
saying,
like-
hey, you've got that, I want that. Oh, man, I don't know how to deal with these emotions, is to go, oh, look at me, I'm like, just downplay the fuck
Yeah,
out of
that
this
one has
little
to-
guy.
That one's probably the long time favorite. Oh, look at me.
Well, what's
Look at
funny
it.
is
so
that
versatile.
this clearly was a thing in Sunset City Generation 1. I tend to forget which in-jokes are from that and which in-jokes are from this, but there's an episode of Gen 1 called Ooh, Look at Me, I'm Getting a New Ending, in reference to Final Horizon. So it's like, this has clearly
that's
been
funny.
I remember, like, the first time I did that weird sort of Eastern European was, where like Nick had been fucking ill for a lot of this road trip in like 2022, and we were just picking up cactus cooler at like a Walmart or a 7-Eleven or something, and he's like, "Hey, do you reckon you could hold this one? My hands are full." And I was like, "Oh, my hands are full. Oh, could you hold this for me, please? Oh, my pee hurt," and stuff like that. And so it goes. Just because I will just
I just
make
heard
mockery.
you verbally correct yourself before you.
I'll make mockery out of people for no reason, because that is just the way my little brain works. It has to do it. Like, it has to bring them to my level.
I think this has happened for a while, but I think it started ramping up when I finally got a Sega CD Mark I with my 32X.
Hollywood elite.
And then I really think that's where it started ramping up the joke, because I think you said it like before, but like I can't remember a poignant time that you said it. Whenever I showed off my Tower of Power for the first time, and I was like, "Yo, it's a working Sega CD Mark I, and I got the Tower of Power," and you're just like, "Oh, look, it's me! I'm in a different tax bracket. Oh!"
Because it just means you have something that I want to have, and it's income,
I have good
so
credit,
I must.
Pop. I just have good credit. A lot of it's just on credit.
Oh, look at me! I've got good credit.
Look at me! I have 700 credit score. Oh, I got a 401k. Oh,
my credit score's been improving. I managed to get a credit card in that brief period where I had a job.
let's go. That's what I'm talking about. You've maxed it out already, haven't you?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't fucking
Okay.
maxed. I'm not stupid, Trey.
Oh,
I don't
been
own a
good.
Sega CD Mark I or a Tower of Power. Okay.
Okay, and I'll be honest. I wasn't just like paying like what is it, top dollar for any of this
This
stuff.
is
Like,
the
these are, like,
funniest bit
deals.
is when he starts rationalizing it. Like, he doesn't need to. But he does.
It's called gamer math. Okay, since I spent $250 on this thing and it's usually $400, I saved $150. You know, that's gamer math.
And then you could buy twice as much.
That's true.
That's true. This is true. Yeah, I think that's true. That's true. It's just so quick, and we already get it instantly. I think that one's the favorite, just because it doesn't take up a lot of time either. It's like, okay, we're all on the same page here. Like, that's true, and that's it.
It has gone outside of the podcast because one of us does it on somebody else's stream.
Yeah, we'll be poisoning other people.
Yeah,
It's Penguin, for example.
I do that a lot to like Dylan and Trey.
I also
just
like
referenced-
Penguin goes all in on the look at me as well, so it's always a fun time.
I always personally infect people with the "Parked Out by the Lake, 80 Miles in Santa Fe" song, and it's
I
my
haven't
favorite.
thought about that in a long time.
It's still my favorite. I wish I was that talented. I wish I made that. You know, like, I wish I made that song. It's so good. In fact, like, I'm doing like a little like a concert at Sonic Expo in the jam room, and I was debating on whether or not just to do that song for 35 minutes straight. But yeah. Anyways,
Amazing. But yes. One final question before you go, Trey.
yeah,
Just
of course.
one.
Okay.
I've been informed from various sources that you're starting a YouTube channel this week. Is that true?
This week? I mean,
This
it's
week.
gonna
Oh, yesterday.
One of these weeks, right?
one of these weeks for sure. Well, I mean, it's
Schrodinger's
gonna be
YouTube
on
content.
it's gonna be on my YouTube channel that I've had for years at this point. I have since done like a not really much of a slight rebrand, more so just like I just updated a lot of my like iconography and stuff, and I unlisted all of my videos that I had currently on there. They're not deleted, and I think I'm gonna do like a legacy playlist in due time. But I think like with this new direction I'm going in, it's gonna be so far removed, really, from what I was doing before. And I think that's part of the reason why I decided to make that decision, is because it's not really going to be representative of what I'm doing going forward. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen in due time. I'm trying to get these albums out first, and then I can really focus entirely on that video.
Those will be
So-
out this week, though, right?
Oh yeah, those will be out actually tomorrow. So you'll have fun. No, I'm kidding.
Well, congratulations.
They're not going to be out tomorrow.
So January
Oh.
2027.
Not 2027. Good lord, I'm way too close to the finish line for it to be that far away. Especially for the records. The records will be out like if not later this year, like November, December, then definitely like January, like before MagFest. I would say is when A lot of my stuff should be out. So there you go.
I think that's all we can ever ask.
That's true. That's true.
Well, hopefully you got more questions. Or we could ever.
Of Trey specifically. We don't want to hold him up.
Yeah. Any more questions before I have to kick the bucket and die?
In Minecraft.
Oh,
In Minecraft. Yeah.
But yeah. Do you have to go instantly? Because I was going to throw a little quickfire round.
I'd say I could stay for a little bit of the quickfire round.
Okay.
And then.
All right, I can do that for you, yeah. So basically, the quickfire round, this is basically just whatever comes to your head. I'm going to say a statement, and you just say the first thing that comes into your head. So,
Okay.
does that sound okay?
All at once, or
It will be Sonic related, not you. All at once, not all at once. No, that would be disastrous.
You wanna do
So
it in
it's going to
order?
be like one by one. So we'll start off with. Shall we do it all in visual order? So Dylan to Trey, or
Go for
does
it.
anybody want to
Sure.
go first? Okay,
Sure.
cool.
so the first thing that pops into my head instantly.
First thing that pops into your head, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So ready?
Yes.
All right. A Sonic character that you adore.
Silver.
A Sonic character that you hate.
Charmy.
A Sonic zone that you replay frequently.
Green Hill Zone Act 1. Sonic Generations.
A Sonic zone that you dread or avoid.
Labyrinth Zone.
Sonic character with unrealized potential.
Silver.
Sonic game that exceeded expectations.
Sonic Lost World 3DS.
Fuck you. That game sucks.
Listen, he didn't say how it exceeded the expectations. It exceeded my expectations of how a game would control like that. It
It
controlled
exceeded
really
my
damn well.
expectations in being
Fair enough.
shit.
Controlled
enough.
hella good. Hella better than the Wii U version.
I mean,
Ah.
the
Oh,
control
sorry,
was, yeah.
keep going.
Funny enough, the next question was Sonic game that shat the bed.
Sonic Chronicles the Dark Brotherhood, and it makes me so sad.
Sonic, favorite Sonic character voice performance.
Ooh. Pete Capella Silver.
06 Rise of Lyric of Forces, Who's Going to Hell?
Rise of Lyric.
And who is your main on Crossworlds?
I've been modding a lot. I don't remember.
First thing that comes to
I'm
your head,
playing as
Dylan.
Burrowbot right now. If you download the Badnik pack,
That is
And who made the
that's a-
model?
Silver.
Unorthodox.
Silver is one of my mains, but I've been playing as I think it's Jet technically. So
Silver didn't make Burrowbot. Who made the model? Come on, tell him.
what? No, you made Burrowbot. I meant
Yeah, I
Silver's
did.
not Burrowbot. I meant Burrowbot's over Jet. So right now, Jet is my main,
I'm
I
just
guess.
glowing with credit.
And he's gonna make a nice
Oh,
roller model.
dear.
I think Trey should actually go next, though, given that he's on
Yeah.
limited time.
Yeah, I think. All right then, Trey, are you ready for yours?
I am.
All right, let's go. A Sonic
Right.
character that you adore.
Emerald.
A Sonic character
Yes.
that you hate.
Sticks.
What?
Wow.
What?
A Sonic a Sonic zone that you replay frequently.
It's the voice. It's the voice. Sonic Zone, Emerald Coast, Sonic Adventure.
A Sonic zone that you dread or avoid.
Anything from Forces.
Sonic character with unrealized potential.
Emerald.
Sonic game that's exceeded expectations.
Frontiers.
A Sonic game that shat the bed.
Superstars.
Favorite Sonic character voice performance.
Ryan Drummond, Sonic.
06
both
Rise
of
of
the
06 Rise of Lyric of Forces, Who's Going to Hell?
games. Rise of Lyric.
Who is your main on Crossworlds?
Blaze.
Very good. Very good. Very confident.
All right.
All right.
Anything else before I have to
No,
go?
that's it. That's it. You're
Oh.
free.
All right. Hopefully my answers were good and I didn't disappoint anyone. I will be canceled on Twitter.com later, I guess, but I don't know. But anyway, much love to everybody. Love
Farewell,
y'all.
Trey.
Love
Here's
you.
the-
Have a
Wow.
good one,
Good
dude.
one, Trey.
Happy
Bye.
200th. Here's to 2,000 more. We're going to do this till we're 90. All right. Talk to y'all later.
2,000.
Looking forward to it.
Looking forward to it. Bye-bye. Love y'all. Ah!
Yeah,
hope
Sunset
we
City
have a
Gen 2 a
perceived
million
decline.
years.
Oh dear. Okay, right. Pup, your turn.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. A Sonic character you adore.
I'll give you a little clue.
A Sonic character you hate.
It's really, actually, genuinely, really difficult. Dulcie the Dragon. Okay, I'll go with Dulcie the
Ooh.
Dragon.
Painful. A Sonic zone you replay frequently.
Eggman Land?
A Sonic zone you dread or avoid.
Babylon Garden.
Fair, that's traumatic.
Fair enough.
Sonic character of unrealized potential.
Infinite.
Yeah. Sonic game that exceeded expectations.
Fucking, Shadow Generations. You know, like my expectations were already good, but like it managed to go above and beyond it. It didn't shit itself at any point.
Sweet. Sonic game that shat the bed.
Knuckles the TV series. Oh wait, hang on. Fucking Sonic Lost World 3DS. Fuck you, Dylan. Fuck you.
I already explained myself. I don't have to explain myself to you.
Right. Favorite Sonic character voice performance.
I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna say Junichi from just Sonic X.
Very good. 06 Rise of Lyric or Forces Who's Going to Hell.
I'm gonna go Forces.
There. And who is your main on Crossworlds?
Don't laugh, but right now it's Sonic.
Yeah. Vanilla.
So, but Missionary's good. Like, Missionary's fine. You know, like it's still like more than I'm getting. You know.
All right. Moving on. Frank. Your turn.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. A Sonic character you adore.
Knuckles.
A Sonic character you hate.
Dig the cat.
Oh. A Sonic zone you replay frequently.
Emerald Coast from Sonic Adventure.
A Sonic zone you dread or avoid.
Oh crap! I don't remember the name of it. Actually, no. One that I dread. Oh god, I don't remember the name of it, but it's in Sonic 2 8-bit. It's the water. It's like an all water zone. I forgot the name of it.
Azure Lake.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
not Sonic 2. Not Sonic 2. Sonic
Blue
Blast.
Marine from
Sorry.
Sonic Chaos.
Oh, sorry, that was Blue Marine. Sorry, from Blast. Never mind. I was thinking of the wrong game.
Sonic Blast.
Yeah, Blue Marine sucks.
Dude, people try to defend that boss fight to me in comments sometimes. They're like, "No, you have to let the arrow hit the ground and then the bubbles come out and then it's better." And I'm like,
we need to bring back the tube mazes to 8-bit Sonic games.
No.
Yeah. Amazing. 6 more to go. Right. Sonic character of unrealized potential.
I'm gonna say Silver.
Sonic game that exceeded expectations.
Shadow Generations.
Sonic game that shat the bed.
Sonic Frontiers.
A favorite Sonic character voice performance.
Dean Bristow is Eggman.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Very
I
good.
should have said Baldry as
That's a good
Robotnik.
I'm surprised you didn't.
I'm surprised I didn't.
06 Rise of Lyric or Forces Who's Going to Hell.
Forces.
And who is your main on Crossworlds?
Hatsune Miku.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Cultured. All right. Very good. Very good. You all passed. Mostly.
Thanks.
What do I mean mostly? That's gonna be me, isn't it? It's always me.
No, it was me because I said Frontiers and I said I hated Big the Cat.
You know what? That's actually it's Frank.
Yeah, you made some faux pas there. I'm just like, ooh. The twisted dog.
Bad opinion, no chair.
No chair.
Sonic fan afraid of opinion. Ooh, never heard that one before.
Many such
Damn,
cases.
Frank. He's always coming out swinging.
Wait, Dom, you could tell him the story about bad opinion, no covers, right? Like
bad opinion, no. Oh God.
from when we were all living in the same room for 6 months, and
Yeah.
I think Sam was trying to tuck himself into bed, and he said something about like No Way Home, and I just yelled, "Bad opinion, no covers!" and
No.
just ripped the covers away.
Punishment. There's the idea of being punished for having a slightly disagreeable opinion is just really funny to me.
It was a good time. Nostalgic for those 6 months, man.
I know. Now we just retreat into our own rooms. No snatching of the covers now, which is probably for the best. It's getting cold.
I can
Anyway.
snatch the covers.
Please don't snatch the covers. Right. Anyway, we're doing back to the individual questions now. So back to you, Dylan.
Hi.
So now we all love Sonic, obviously. Well, maybe we love Sonic. Somebody loves Sonic. But who is your other favorite mascot platformer, or Sega properties, or both?
Spyro, Crash.
Oh, Spyro.
I love certain Mega Man games. Mentioned Star Force and Battle Network today. But those aren't mascot platformers. I mean, Mega Man, I like him as a character, for sure.
Is Mega Man not a mascot?
No, he is. I'm just not good at the games.
Ah, fair.
So I don't play the originals.
I don't care for Mega Man games.
I think. Yeah, I mean, not too many others that are a ton of like mascot-y type deal. I mean, Ukulele. I think Replay has been amazing for what I've played of it, and they also have the really good. Like, that's a great one. Just in less words than I'm going to use.
I will say I do share your love of Mega Man Star Force. That was
that made me happy.
Game.
Yeah. Pup sent me that, and I was like, no way.
I saw that, and I was like, oh my god! I actually found out about it from one of your YouTube shorts. So I was like, what? Hell yeah!
Oh really? Oh yeah.
The remastered, yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame Dom
Fucking
hated
Star
the Marvelous
Force.
Motorbug.
Oh, shut up!
Yeah.
No, I watched both episodes. They're very good voice performances.
Thank
you. And
Thank
extremely
you.
good.
I'm
Trying to preserve
up!
your feelings, Dylan.
Had a lot
Everyone
of
always
fun.
does.
Had a lot of fun working on them and writing and voicing acting and stuff. But yeah.
Very nice. But yeah, so Pup,
Thank you.
same question to you. What is your favorite? I don't need to ask this, do you? I already know what you're going to say. What is your other favorite mascot platformer, or Sega properties, or whatever? Get on with it.
All right, Dick. Okay, well, I'm going to start off by shouting out my boy Klonoa, because
There we go.
Fucking love Klonoa. He's great, and he needs a third game. But until then, I'll just make my own Klonoa 3. It's fine. Spyro as well. Like, gotta share in the gushing for Spyro. Really enjoyed Yooka-Laylee 2. The only thing that makes me sad is knowing that everyone that made that game great got laid off. But like, aside from that, it's a great game. Fucking hate layoff culture though. But I mean, that's also going to be part and parcel for the majority of games we talk about. Obviously, like, someone's gonna bring it up. I'm surprised Dylan didn't. Mario's great. Like, everyone likes
Did I
Mario.
not say Mario?
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't say
What
Mario.
the
You
fuck? I
started
didn't
off with, like,
mention
the
Mario?
Crash and Spyro.
Okay. That's
Look at your
weird.
fucking shirt,
Mario,
dude. How did you
I
not
think it was
mention
so
Mario?
obvious that I didn't feel like I needed to say it, I think.
It
I don't
happens.
know. That's
Also, Sega
yeah,
stuff,
anyway.
Yakuza 0 from the little I've played of it, and I've been enjoying taking down Kamoshida in Klonoa 5.
Persona
Klonoa 5,
5.
Persona 5.
Oh, here we go again.
Shut your fucking gob, I'll cut you. But, like, yeah, no, like, in Minecraft.
One day you will complete those games.
I will.
One day.
I've nearly completed Yooka-Laylee, though, but they didn't put any checkpoints on a multi-tiered boss fight, and I'm a bit upset about that.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
I bet the people that got laid off would have done it, is all I'm saying. Like, they would have done it.
Oh, shots fired. All right, Frank. Same question to you. What's your favorite mascot platform or Sega property, etc.?
I don't play a whole lot when it comes to like Sega properties. I've dabbled in like a couple of franchises, but nothing really comes to mind. I guess I would say for like, I don't know, Shinobi, because I played the demo for Art of Vengeance and I thought that was awesome, but I haven't really actually played the full game, so I can't really say that for sure. Mascot platformers, Mario, Mega Man. If Mega Man does count as one. I don't know. I never hear Mega Man in the conversation for like mascot platformers. It's always weird.
That's because his franchise is dead.
Yeah, but so is Crash Bandicoot and Spyro, but we still hear about them.
Yeah, they keep coming around. Like the puppets of the corpses keep showing up in like airline commercials, you know?
Yeah, like Activision keeps marionetting their corpses somehow.
Wait, did we mention Banjo? Or am I just fucking confused?
Banjo was not mentioned. I
Banjo.
don't think.
Or as I accidentally mispronounced
Kazooie.
Banjo that time.
Banjo.
Banjo Kazooie.
Banjo Kazooie.
Bon Jovi.
I just want
Bon
to give a little shout
Jovi.
out. I just want to give a little shout out to my boy Mega Man and Rayman as well. Rayman.
Oh, Rayman.
I don't like love a lot of the games. Like I haven't played a ton of them, but I do like what I've played of Rayman games.
Rayman fucks. Like
Rayman is great. I love Rayman.
He does
so much.
fuck because you remember there's that advertisement where he's at the urinal and he's looking back at you, and he says something like he's I don't know. They basically insult your dick
wiener.
size.
Do you reckon his
They say
wang
Rayman
is
is
like
bigger than you.
connected to his body, or do you reckon it just floats there like a sausage?
See, the reason that the fact that comes up at all is their own fault because they made
it's on
that.
them. They've already confirmed that he has
that's
genitalia.
on them, and it floats probably. I would assume.
I mean, his other limbs do. So like that, a penis
like,
is a
why
limb,
would-
right? Like,
Yes. Anyway,
Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's head
Wait,
over to
actually,
the next.
Someone did bring up Rystar, which for Sega properties, yeah, I go with Rystar. I know that's only one game, but
it's one game. It's a unique game, and they have a lot of Werehog influence from Rystar as well.
Yeah, I played a lot of it and I thought it was fun. Bonanza Brothers is hilarious, even though it kind of it's like 2D Payday the Heist or something, but like even more
cool.
goofy.
I have
Is it
played a
multiplayer?
tiny baby bit of like Kirby and the Crystal Shards, and I thought it was
Kirby.
quite
I didn't
neat.
say Kirby. Kirby's fucking
I'm
awesome.
gonna go with
I love Kirby.
I'm gonna go with Kirby, but only for the games that I've played. So I've only played like maybe
Sonic.
5 Kirby games.
Sonic, obviously.
What the fuck is a Sonic?
Alrighty then. Sonic. So, another question about Sunset City in the B team. So, you've made a lot of friends over the course of the show, and I've noticed that we have some regulars like Dave Aist and Ian Waffles. When did you decide it's best to bring on a special guest?
When people aren't able to make it, or we just have like a topic that's I mean, it's nothing against anyone. It's just like when we have a full house, we kind of treat it like we don't bring anyone in unless there's something really special happening, because we all talk over each other enough that we think like, oh, add a fifth person to the dynamic, it gets kind of even crazier. But that's sort of. And then, of course, like we've had special episodes, like we mentioned the Ian Lower episode where they were on to talk about a specific topic, or like when Giorno was on to talk about Sonic Cross Worlds and
there
dubs
was
for
the
video
Dance
games.
Power episode with Boulder.
Yeah. It was all it's all
had
fun stuff.
restaurants
I
and
liked
time.
that kind of deal with it. Like that was my favorite time to bring people in when they had something that they were really passionate about to talk about.
Well, that was the thing is we came to
So
we
either of
tended to,
those
like,
things.
structure the entire episode around the guest during that period. And I think it did lead to some really great episodes and stuff. And I would be quite eager to try and get guests maybe a little more regularly. But it's just like we've been learning to kind of... I mean, I'm a big part of this problem myself. But like we've been kind of... When you're doing this podcast thing, like if you're in the same room as each other, you can see people's body language change when they're about to say something. But we often kind of crash into each other a little bit because we don't have that visual cue. And we're sure as hell not going to do camera calls because that's intimate and disgusting. Ew, brother. But like we've been getting used to kind of the rhythm of having like a 4-person show. And so we haven't done a lot of guests lately. In the case of, like, Dave, Ian, and Tom, he's quite regularly recurring as well. It can be, like, a last-minute thing, where it's like we need someone else, and these guys are good enough to carry the show in a way that feels kind of like a regular member would. And then, like, obviously, like, reliability factors into that. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that could do a great job kind of carrying it, and that's how we kind of ended up with like a B team. I don't like to think of it in like a hierarchical way or anything, but it's like these guys are like always going to be welcome, and these are people that we know that we can always fall back on should we need an extra mouth on the show yapping about some shit.
See, when you say B team, you literally mean like almost like in a preset sense, like preset A, preset B.
Yeah,
not anything
like, it's
of like
friends of the show.
Like-
Like, and the thing is, like, yeah, like we've had a lot of guest stars that we've gone on to become pals with as well. I'd say quite confidently. So like, yeah, it's just kind of knowing, when we can kind of factor those guys in, and it seems like a chance to get more varied voices. We kind of said going into the 2.0 thing is like, let's get more variety per episode, and I think we've achieved that. But I'd definitely like to get more guests because I think those episodes were always very carefully planned. Like, for example, we knew we were getting Loa, we knew we were getting Ian Waffles, so we geared the episode up around Archie because that's their thing. When we had Jebzone on, we geared the episode up around the recent video and kind of how influential it had been in the community at that time. Big Huribox is a huge, like, Shadow appreciator, and someone who's always kind of seen the vision when it comes to games like Shadow the Hedgehog, so he was a great pick to talk about what levels we wanted to see in Shadow Generations, and so it goes. Like, and I'll be open to doing more of that in the future. I think the four of us could actually manage that if we just work on a structure, because, like, we got you here today, Dom, to be honest, and, like, you know, there's 5 of us here, or was 5 of us, and, like, I think it's worked out very well, so it's just kind of a matter of revising that structure. I mean, that's something you've actually helped out endlessly with, because this has been kind of experimental, and, like, you know, we've got kind of a blueprint here now for, like, future things, you know? Like...
Excellent.
Yeah, for sure.
Fabulous. But yeah, no, that sounds great. So back to the individual questions now. So... starting with you this time, Pup. Do you think that the Sonic franchise is in a better place now than it was when you started the show?
When I started this show, it was really Nick, truth be told, who started the show. He liked to have a completely non-hierarchical structure, so he'd never admit it. But it's like, he knew Cirrus, he got me in touch with Cirrus. He knew Wayne, he got us in touch with Wayne. Like, it was his assembly, basically. But... yeah, because we used to joke about, like, Sonic Forces on a regular basis. We used to have a little grumble about it, and it was a regular thing. And we were all burnt. Like, there was, you know, genuinely a sentiment in, like, the late 2010s and early 2020s pre-Frontiers that there wasn't really a way forward for the Sonic franchise. And I know Frank's not going to agree with me, but, like, Frontiers put down a blueprint that showed that there was a way forward for Sonic. Like, there was, like, a new structure that they could do that could work and stuff like that, and already, like, things were kind of brightening up around that time. But now we're in, like, a post-Shadow Generations, post-Sonic Racing Crossworlds world, and it's like, we've seen so much improvement. The conversation around Sonic has completely shifted. When we started this, classic Sonic was the darling. The last good Sonic game we had was Sonic Mania. And, like, you know, Sonic Forces and Sonic Mania had kind of, like, side by side stirred up this conversation of, like, God, is modern Sonic obsolete now? Is classic Sonic the golden boy? Like, could they just make a dozen Sonic Manias going forward? Like, no one knew what was going to happen. Now we're in a position where modern Sonic is the stronger arm of the franchise now. And we've got the movies, which nearly decimated the franchise, but actually, you know, was played a pivotal role in holding it up. Like, there's a lot of great new pillars to Sonic now, and obviously there's been a lot of things that have been unfortunate, like losing Archie and stuff like that. But I would say safely, yes, the Sonic franchise is in a far better position now than it was even 100 episodes ago. Like, so yeah, I'm pretty happy.
Nice. Okay, Frank, you are very known for your Getting Through Sonic games without destroying Badnik series. How the hell did you come up with something so fundamentally insane?
I saw a lot of those challenge videos, and it was like, oh, that sounds like a fun idea. It originally started as, like, without grabbing a single ring.
Oh,
ridiculous. That's fucking
God.
ridiculous.
Oy, ay, ay.
Maybe about a half hour.
I did that in SA2 once. I had to do that for an SA2 challenge I did once, and I thought it was fucking awful. Like,
about a half hour into that, I was like, this is not going to work. So I had to, like, well, why don't I just do a pacifist one? At that point, I'd never really seen a pacifist video on like Sonic games. Like, sure, we'll go with that, just for the heck of it. And honestly, it kind of just went. That was just kind of how I went. It was like, I'm not telling anyone that I'm working on this. You know, I'm just gonna get it out there and just go for it. And that kind of led into me doing, like, Sonic 1, Sonic 2 with Sonic and Tails, which was probably the most, at one point, was the most frustrating one until I did the video for Mania. And then I did branch out to, like, other franchises like Mega Man and Donkey Kong, which I will say, outside of Mania, Donkey Kong was the most difficult one I've ever had to, like, go through.
Frank, can I add a tiny bit to this? Just
Go
a
for it.
tiny thing. Frank will, like, send messages to us sometimes about how he's working on these videos. And there's just times where he's like I just get the vibe of like he fucking hates this game now, man. Like he wants this game to burn in the landfill.
I just
And
had
like,
an
because
idea
you're like,
as well.
I've been doing this for 6 hours and it's not done, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Future
That
challenge
sounds
video for you,
horrendous.
Frank. You know how I kind of pioneered zero acceleration in Crossworlds? What if you do like, can you win every Grand Prix without accelerating?
That sounds horrifying,
God. What the hell?
but very cool.
That sounds easier
I'm-
than doing it without getting a ring, as I'm saying.
I'm a little burned out on doing that stuff. I need
Okay, have
like a month
holiday,
or
man,
two.
yeah.
All right. So
I
sorry.
I had to do one for Donkey Kong Country, and it was like, hey, you got to learn 3 different speedrun tricks at a time, and there are like 3 or 4 different points where the game can soft lock.
Christ.
Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, it sounds miserable. All right, Dylan.
Yeah.
So you were able to collab with the official Sonic YouTube for Crossworlds. How was that?
Yes.
Corpo.
It was unexpected. I had worked with Sega before on like, review code things, and they had sent me, like Frank was talking about earlier. I also got that Sonic Olympic Games thing with the bag and the coat and stuff. So there had been like little things, and I had been very appreciative for that. And it's funny because when I got the message about being on the stream, I was kind of, and I still am technically, I'm in the midst of my looking for a job that will pay me arc. And, I'm not really making videos, not making a ton of content or even streaming right now because I'm just I like making mods and I'm kind of enjoying my time right now instead of worrying about YouTube numbers because I can't right now.
Fair.
It was a very nice little like, hey, it was another one of those feelings. I guess I didn't mention it during that section, I think, but it was just a nice feeling of, oh, I made this happen. Like they enjoyed my personality enough to welcome me onto this thing. And it was a very experimental, or like, I don't know if they had done that very much before. So like, there was a lot of like stuff going into it and I was like really nervous, but it was awesome. Like it was a lot of fun and it felt really good to get first place. I'm gonna be real. It felt really good to win on the stream, especially because then I can be like, yes, not a loser. Yes. Got it. To me specifically, I can point to that and be like, "Look, I won." But anyway, it's another one of those like I'm very honored that it was able to happen, and yeah, I'm just glad it was able to happen. Mainly,
Amazing.
it's the source of because after I went through a lot having to stop doing YouTube as like a job. Like I went through a lot of emotional turmoil over that because I've been doing it for so long and I really didn't feel like I could do anything else or I should be doing anything else. And, in that time, it was just good to see that, yeah, like the appreciation. I know Pup had talked a lot about it in the past and, he had said a lot of things that helped at that time. But it was what I needed in that moment to feel like I hadn't wasted all my time, I guess, like not that I was seriously calling everything a waste of time, but I was in a very prior to that, I was in a very depressed state, so things weren't I didn't see it in a very positive light. Felt like I wasted a lot of time because everyone was like, oh, now it's going to be really hard to get a job because you're almost 30. It's like, oh, fuck, all right. So yeah, it was a combination of a lot of things, but it was something I needed at the time, as well as just being a very cool opportunity.
Very nice. Very cool. Next group question. There's something I think doesn't get talked about enough, and I think should be talked about more. So, you all have heard of Operation Big Wave, yes?
Fucking
So-
Operation Big
I have.
Wave.
My question
It's
is,
tragedy.
should Knuckles be tried for war crimes in The Hague, and what sentence would you give him?
That was not Knuckles. That was an imposter. That was
Well,
an
I mean,
impersonator.
in the manual
that is
for
not the-
in what's the South American manual for I think Brazilian manual for Sonic Triple Trouble, the original. it mentions that Knuckles in that game wasn't actually Knuckles. That was his little brother Kruckles, while Knuckles was
There
on
you go.
vacation. I feel like we can maybe extend that to Sonic Forces, perhaps? But
I'm willing to do that.
Kruckles 100% should be tried.
Kruckles. That was Kruckles. I'm
Yeah, that was
actually on board
Kruckles.
with that.
Knuckles is free, as far as
Honestly,
I'm concerned, but Kruckles, on the other hand, like, the thing is, like, you get killed for that in the real world. Like, just deciding, hey, my big
It's a
plan
war
is to
crime.
send every man, woman,
Yeah.
and child into battle. Like, you'd get killed for that. You'd be hung, drawn, and quartered.
I also don't think it would have gone as far as Knuckles got it. You know, like, people would have stopped him before
Yeah,
he
people,
ended up doing
like,
that.
they were just like, hey, is this order stupid? Yeah, but, you know, go ahead. Like, his plan was literally the Area 51 plan, and it predates the Area
like a
51
Naruto
plan.
run.
Yeah, they can't stop
can't
us.
hit us all.
And they were Naruto running. Everybody was Naruto running. This is a Sonic game. Like,
So we've established Kruckles is a war criminal, not Knuckles. Knuckles
Yeah.
is he's innocent as far as
the
we're
last of the
concerned. He
echidnas
was on
and his
holiday.
little brother Kruckles.
Because
Oh,
I mean,
dear.
I mean, let's say that was actually Knuckles. That would be a character assassination. Let's
Oh,
be
it'd be
real.
a
That
hell
would
of a
just
character
Yeah,
kill
oh,
the
yeah.
character.
Yeah,
So
stone dead.
Kruckles, throw him in prison until either the prison rots or he rots, and then if he rots before the prison, bury him under the prison.
The thing is, I also
Wow.
kind of, like, sometimes, like, because the dialogue in Forces is so stilted, and, like, there's no immersion whatsoever, I sometimes just think that's just the Sonic characters putting on a little performance. Like, they had to make a
And they're
war
bad at
film.
it.
And, because here's the thing, is, like, we've got,
Bring
like,
the negativity.
we're looking at them in their resistance base, and Amy's still wearing that red fucking dress like it's nothing. Like, yeah, okay, you're gonna wear the go-go boots and the red dress in the middle of a war, but you should be in, like, camouflage or something. Like, you should be armed to the teeth. Like, what-
Everything is made of metal now.
yeah, like, just like, yeah, it should all be rusty metal. But, like, that's the thing, is there's not a single bit of immersion in that game, so it just feels like they've put on a little performance. And when they're having that bit where they're doing the charge, which is, like, the most embarrassing endgame battle I've ever seen in my entire life, like, it just feels like they're playing. They're just playing. This is a game that is written and filmed by the Sonic cast
And Shadow
themselves. And as it
smiled.
happens,
He smiles during that.
It's just somebody holding a bunch of figures, knocking a bunch of other ones over.
I did notice I was gathering footage because I want to do kind of a video on, like, Sonic eras and stuff like that, and I had to get a bit of Forces stuff. I noticed something quite funny from Shadow. Like, we've all talked about how, oh, Shadow was written so bad in the meta era, this, that, and the other. He fucking smiles and waves as classic Sonic is leaving. Like, that's
Yeah.
the most social thing he's ever done. Like,
He liked
Borderline
that
out of
Sonic that
character.
doesn't speak.
yeah,
Yeah.
If he had, like, a line of dialogue, like, finally, a Sonic doesn't speak. I like this guy. I
would've
like to
made it
think he
better,
likes
yeah.
him because he's also quite fat, and he's just, like, he's a little scrimbly jimbly.
Oh boy. Okay, right. Moving on to the next one. We'll go with Frank first. So, which
Frank.
Sonic character do you think you would get on with the most?
You were gonna have to be careful with that phrasing when you get the pup.
Shut up! I wouldn't. Listen, she wouldn't like me back. That's the way the world goes.
Okay, that made me feel bad.
I feel like the expected answer of me would be Knuckles, but I realized we would probably just try to leave each other alone.
That is fair.
It's Oh god, that's a tough one. I don't know why, but probably Silver.
Ah, Silver. That's a good choice. I mean, he seems kind of, when he's not trying to save the world, kind of friendly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially in the IDW days, I'd say.
It's a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, they turn into cinnamon roll, haven't they?
I was actually
Oh.
doing like a little tiny bit of Silver voice acting stuff because there was a thing I wanted to try out for today. And I was doing lines from the comics, and just he is such a fucking dork. I saw one of the comic panels where they meet Whisper for the first time, and she goes, Sonic goes, "Hi, I'm Sonic," and she goes, "Whisper," and Silver goes, "I'm Silver, but why are we whispering?" or like something like that. He's like, "Yeah, but why do we have to whisper?" And he goes, "That's his name."
That's a really
Smarty.
funny line.
It's
I
funny.
don't mind that he's a little silly because, like, I feel like that was his whole thing in Sonic 06 because he was extremely naive to trust Mephiles at face value when he looks like the fucking devil. You know, like
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
maybe he's just not
So,
prejudiced that way.
it's a new
Like,
way to
maybe he's
show
a
that, I
nice
think, without
person,
it being as
Dylan.
extreme. Yeah,
Dylan cannot comprehend the idea of someone not being prejudiced.
Listen, Mephiles didn't have a fucking mouth, dude.
Oh yeah,
didn't even have a mouth when
I
he
hate when
talked.
I'm just walking down the street and I see one of those disgusting crystal people that don't have a mouth.
All right, listen.
That
I
sounded
hate
worse.
you.
Oh
I think
dear.
it could have sounded worse than that.
Ouch.
What were we talking about?
Which Sonic
so-
characters we've most become best friends with?
Yeah.
Frank said
So-
Silver.
Yeah. So who do you say,
Okay.
Dylan?
Silver seems like a very welcoming person. I feel like I would get along pretty well, but I do think I almost feel like I get along pretty well with Shadow sometimes. Like not when I'm around like a ton of other people. I feel like when I'm around a lot of people, I'm more social. But you know, if it was like a one-on-one hangout type thing, I feel like Shadow would be a very good fit because I do just like to sort of do my own thing and chill, and I feel like he would respect that. You know, like we were just, you know, just vibing with a pal or whatever. It's like I'm doing my thing, they're doing their thing. Good shit. You know, he's probably just brooding and thinking about his deceased family members, but
Oh,
you know, we're having a good time.
yeah. Then I don't think I'd ever expect anybody to say Shadow. So you know what? Fair.
Just I think it's like hanging out with Piccolo or something. Like I feel like I
Yeah.
would get along really well because like he would be like, you know, shut the fuck up, and I'd be like, yeah, okay,
Lovely.
you know.
Yeah, I can imagine that. All right, Pup. Now, bats are excluded from this question.
All right, so I feel like I could just go up to like Infinite and be like, "Look, dude, you've been going through it. Like, clearly, you're crashing out, and that happens to
Oh
the
my
best
God.
of us. But like, you'll have a better time if you don't do all this. You'll just have a better time." And then he'll be all like, "You've helped me to see a better future and stuff." And I'll be like, "Hell yeah, Infinite! Like, that's great. I'm happy to see the progress you've made. Like, it would start him on like an upward path."
That
However,
that voice sounds almost like you're going into your movie Knuckles.
the cool ranch of
Same line.
Doritos. Well,
Yeah, there it is.
movie Knuckles is an obvious choice as well. I feel like he'd just be a good bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like he believes in
That's a good
honor,
point.
and I believe in honor, and like we'd both be honorable together. Ozzy from the Sonic movies easily, like he'd be pals with me
Dog.
because he's a dog
Yes.
and all that. I reckon the Dark Chow and I would get along well, and I mean, like, the Sonic Boom Gang, I mean, for fuck's sake, they started a band called
Oh my God.
Duditude. That's what I'd call a band. Like,
I would
actually,
hang
no,
out with them, too.
my band name was Barbed Wire Penis Dick, but, like, I feel like that's just a few steps away from Duditude.
There's
Yeah.
some big steps,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Barbed Wire Penis Dick is a good name. Just shut up. It's a great name.
know-
Also, I didn't even think about the Sonic Boom cast, but then again, I haven't seen too much from it. But they seem
They'd
all,
be the best.
they all
I
seem
think
cool.
That would be really fun.
Yeah.
I'd get
I would
along well
love
with
to go
them.
to Mad Burger.
That Meth Burger.
Also, I'd fuck Rouge of the Bat.
Oh, God's sake!
Podbean,
Okay.
Podbean.
It's sex. They're worried about violence.
No, that wasn't all of them. That
Ah.
was not all of them, Pop.
Some of them were sexual related, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a lot of violence that they quoted.
violence and movies and sex
movies.
TV. Where are those good
Where are
old-fashioned
those
family
old-fashioned
values?
values?
On which we used to rely.
All right, end it. Okay, so there was another grouping question that I had done, but shall we leave that one, Pup?
I mean, it depends. How much time do you guys have, Dylan, Frank?
I'm starving a little bit, but I can go for a while. I'm having fun.
All right.
All right, I'll go for it. Okay, so this is completely hypothetical, but say the next Sonic game fails, Frontiers 2 or whatever it is, it just tanks. It's another critical failure, reputation destroyer like
Damn.
06 and Forces. Sega
Oh.
called on you, Free, to create the Hail Mary of all Sonic games to save the franchise because Izuka has fled the country and is on his way to Hawaii. What do you put into this Sonic game to save the series?
Source.
I thought you were gonna say call on us to like promote it anyway and try and make it still better.
So like, how
I
are
was
we?
like, oh no, my fucking
So is it like
soul.
how are we like rebooting Sonic together, basically, kind of deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got to
That's,
start with cell shading, right? Like that's got to be number one thing, is cell shading.
I think a unique visual style would be where, yeah, that'd be a good place to start. Something cell shaded, or maybe even, this is not gonna make sense to everybody, but there's a game we played recently called Cuff Bust that I think just has a really like they do little Scrimblow characters very nicely. Like they just have a very good vibe to them. I'm not saying change the art style entirely, but I would like new models at least. You know, like something more like Shadow Dark Beginnings. I would say, like, make it look more like that.
Do we still have access to like the Studiopolis voice cast, or do we need to like cast new people, or like what?
Oh no, you still have access to them. Let's just say this game did so badly that they'll never find work again if you don't hire them.
All right, fine. We'll keep hiring them.
All right.
That you've pulled my leg. Like you've really.
I'm gonna need a new Dr. Eggman.
Oh yeah, actually
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
No more Mike Pollock and
No more
no
terminally
more
online
Karen
Mike
Strassman.
Pollock.
I think that's the only thing you would need to change. Then the next game would be better.
Actually, you know what? Like for Karen Strassman, we'll just
I'm
put up
just
like a
kidding, I'm just kidding.
PowerPoint presentation and be like, look, here's some things to consider, some food for thought. All right, let us know what you think, and if she's still like, no, you know, if she's still thinking the way she's thinking in a lot of areas, then you can make your merry way.
I think my plan is to run away to Hawaii.
All right, so there's two of us then.
Okay, so I guess in terms of gameplay, I would definitely like to expand on the open world, this open zone type deal. I think we talked about it before. We need towns, we need like mini missions. What was it, like side
Sonic
missions?
Adventure 1 inspired gameplay as well.
I would like
Yes.
rolling. I think rolling down, like having the world be built for Sonic to roll around would be really interesting because they haven't
like
done that in a long
proper
time.
like momentum. But have a skate park in that open world as well, where you can just practice like certain
Oh
techniques.
yeah, in one of the
That
towns
could
or
be in,
something.
that could
Sonic
be
is
in like
kinda-
if there's like a big town or something, you could put one right in the like somewhere in somewhere
yeah,
Yeah,
a
and
big
you could
station
even have like a
square
little
skate park,
NPC
yeah.
that encourages you to do like extra trick. It could be a bit like the Hunter skateboarding stuff from Spyro 3, except no skateboard
Yeah.
because Sonic is a skateboard.
No, I would give him a skateboard anyway. Like if you want to use it, like you
Have
could
it
either
as,
use
like,
it
a
If he
with or
wants it,
without.
yeah.
A prize. Like once you've cleared all the tutorials, you get the skateboard, and then you can fucking skate around the
I was
park.
gonna say just use it if you want. You know, it doesn't matter. It's just a neat little thing that you can add.
True. That's true.
That's true.
It's true.
Or not a skateboard, an extreme gear.
I was just
Oh, yeah.
thinking that. The brain was taking it
Wasn't-
over. I was like,
There was actually a
maybe-
canceled skateboarding game for Sonic.
it was
wasn't
going to be called Sonic
Yeah, there
Extreme,
was.
Sonic
which seems to
Extreme?
be the kiss of
Hmm.
death for any video game in the Sonic franchise. Like, don't call it that. Like, imagine you come to the pitch meeting, it's like, yeah, this is Sonic Extreme. It's like, no. Like, that name is cursed. It's not happening.
Extremely no.
However, yeah, I'd say like an Adventure 1 kind of thing, open zone style. Cell shading. Recharacterize them as scrimbly gimblies again. No more of this. I'm Sonic. I'm so charismatic and get along with everybody. Like, give me a aloof Sonic back. You know, like
Make
Yeah.
Sonic cry.
have a sleeping mini game. Have like a mini game where you sleep on the roof and have to do a series of QTEs to stay asleep.
It's just Sonic X all over,
Really
isn't it?
funny.
And once you've completed it, and this QTE is 1 hour long, by the way. Once you've completed it,
Oh God, no.
you unlock
Oh,
the
no.
best thing you could possibly unlock in a Sonic game.
Ikaruga segments.
You get an
Jeremy-
IRL girlfriend. It's great.
Oh.
Jeremy in chat has a great idea. Give him skates and recreate Jet Set Radio gameplay. Yeah, just have him as
Ooh.
Easter
Fair
eggs.
enough. Yeah.
You know, Trey 100% would have mentioned Jet Set Radio when we did like the other Sega properties.
No, Sonic would have to be a firefighter, and it would just be Burning Rangers, but Sonic.
Burning Rangers with Trey. Yeah.
Very good. All right,
I
then.
think it'd be a banger.
Yeah, I think it'll be a certified hit classic. Anyway,
I think for like
Yeah?
I would still want to implement like if we were to do like open world, if it would either be like adventure gameplay or if would just use the ideas that we had in our Frontiers 2 episode because we know Sega's never going to use them. We might as
That
well
was
just
such a
start
good
using
episode,
them.
wasn't it, Frank? Let's gush about that episode in front of Dylan. Let's do it.
oh no.
Maybe later.
It's like that fucking meme with Squidward inside his house while SpongeBob and Patrick are just running outside.
Oh dear. Okay, right. Moving back to the last personal questions that I have.
Okay.
So, Dylan, I have been
Yeah.
told that you dabble in having a tuna, pepperoni, and onion sub. Would you care to explain this to me?
Genuinely thought you were about to ask me about something I actually dabble in, but okay.
This is
So,
what you
I mean,
do,
technically, I
apparently.
did dabble in this. So when I was in middle school, as maybe 12 years old, give or take,
So recent.
I would be driven to Subway because I couldn't drive as a 12-year-old.
Dylan, you're
And
literally
at Subway-
15.
Yeah, at Subway, you can make whatever sandwich you want. So I would go in, and I was like, what tastes good? And what would taste good together? I was like a visionary. You don't know that.
That's
So
what
basically,
you
it was
created
tuna,
was
pepperoni,
literally
onions,
the. You
honey
know when
mustard.
SpongeBob?
It was
made
a
that-
collection of delicious flavors, and it worked so well, but my breath was horrible after. That was the
That's,
bad
I
part.
thought it would be. That's part of the problem.
That's well, no, but I didn't care. It was other people that cared. Like my parents would be like,
Yeah.
"Dylan, that's a horrible sandwich for breath."
It's
My dad would say
literally like
things like,
the
"Dylan, you
sandwich
could not have
SpongeBob
that date on.
makes.
You could not eat that sandwich on a date." And I'd be like, "Dad, if they care about something as simple as a sandwich and breath, then I'm not going to be dating them."
What? But you're gonna want to kiss you at the end of the day, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, brother,
Excuse me, not before marriage.
Yeah, what is he?
Yeah, what am I? Some
I don't
kind
know.
of kiss.
I don't know what
kiss
you are
person?
anymore. Sometimes I trust Dylan, but not anymore.
That's my
Oh,
least
dear.
favorite one. One of them, at least.
It's from a
Okay.
song. It's a song lyric.
Yeah, and it sucks.
You suck.
As a vocal stem, it sucks. Anyway, on to the
Okay.
sandwich was good. I would eat it again, but again, it's just like I don't go to Subway that much.
I said for episode 200 one day we'd actually get those sandwiches, and it just didn't happen. Never materialized. And I think it's because I don't want to pay money for something and then find that the flavors don't blend and then be like.
We can still make it happen.
I
Do
almost
it for
don't
episode
want to
250.
go to the Subway person and ask that. I fear for judgment. Like,
Oh, they're gonna
Order
do it in
online.
Yeah,
I don't want to
they ain't
get.
gonna see
Someone
it.
still has to see my order.
Yeah, they're not gonna
Well.
be associated with you, are they?
Yeah, but still. I can't. It's like,
dear.
imagine if someone came in to collect the orders. Like, yeah, is that the tuna pepperoni and onion sandwich with the honey mustard? It's like, are you fucking psychotic? Like, are you
Listen, I'm just
insane?
saying, if that sounds at all interesting to you, if you like those things individually, give it a shot.
Literal
won't hurt you.
serial killer dinner.
I mean, I guess if you eat too many onions, it's like kind of acidic, so it might give you a stomach ouchie, but you're fine.
Oh, not the outree.
I'm just seeing
All
Tommy
right.
Grass in the chat. Amy, no.
Yeah. Amy knew. Oh, bless. All right. Next, Frank. When is At Dawn happening?
Hey.
It could happen today.
It at dawn will never be.
Are you
He
sure?
says that, but I can make it happen.
It will literally never happen.
Hmm.
You procrastinate
happen.
too much, Frank. It will never be.
We'll see about that.
But now that I've
got
just
you
said
on the
something
ropes.
unforgivably below the belt.
No.
Oh, dear.
Just know that I may or may not be able to be on next week's episode.
You
Oh,
piece
no.
of shit.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay. And finally, Pup.
Yeah.
Why are you the way that you are?
I ask him that every single time.
It's a
Genuine
constant
question.
thought of mine.
Why are you like this? Why are you such a you?
Well, I watched a lot of TV shows as a kid with really good messages, and they taught me to become the most perfect being, and that's why I'm the most perfectest being.
It's the acetaminophen.
I don't know
I
what
see.
that is.
That's
Don't know what-
Tylenol.
Remember when I suggested
no, they-
kidnapping someone
they-
and said we should get Tylenol and Tylenol them?
God no!
That's the
Oh,
wrong
no.
fucking
That was-
chemical.
That was a really funny idea, like giving someone extra strength Tylenol instead of chloroform. You're like, here, your headache's gonna go away, bitch.
Oh,
I was
dear.
saying we
Prepare
should
to
like
not have
you,
a
you might also
sideshow.
you might also hyperfixate on something for the next 10
This
years.
is, you might enjoy Sonic in a bit, bitch.
Oh boy, he
Wow.
sure likes saying bitch a lot.
You are about to
Jeez.
become the Joker.
Oh my god. Right. And do you guys have any plans to meet again IRL?
Well, I'd
No.
have to
fuck
meet
these
them.
guys.
I would have to meet them first, like for the first time IRL, to meet them again
Ah.
IRL.
You fucking
true.
idiot with that fucking question,
true.
Dom.
I got to make that happen at some point.
Yeah, no, it'd be
nothing's
nice to
planned
do
yet,
that.
but
Just yeah,
We could
across
have a
the
bake
country.
sale,
There's
we
all
could-
like we're all over the country. The three of us, Trey, Frank, and I. So like we're all spread out apart, like across the country, and then Pop is in an entirely different country, so it's tough to do that. But it would be cool.
We could
Solid,
always like have a
solid.
bake sale and like raise funds for it.
Yeah.
A
When
bake
we're done
sale.
using those funds for like living things, of course. When we're done using those funds for living things, what am I talking about?
We will never be
living.
done. We will never be done. We're paying
No,
rent
one
till we
day it will
die.
say rent fully paid, thank you, and then you get to keep it.
Oh, like an Animal
Oh, I'd
Crossing. You
love
go.
that notification.
Wouldn't that be the best notification ever? It's like, all right, yeah, rent fully
You
paid.
paid off all
you
your
get to
Oh
debt.
keep it."
god, yeah. And then Tom Nook just comes up the ground and just like, okay, it's time for you to upgrade to a bigger house.
Yeah, but here's the
Hey,
thing:
buddy,
is Tom
how's about
Nook is
new
never
house?
gonna like force you to pay it, though. You know,
I do
Oh,
like
that
that.
actually
You
is
know,
nice. Yeah.
like you can pay it at your own leisure, but
Tom Nook
You know.
debt isn't real debt. Just rinse the guy. It's fine.
Take too long, he will hire the assassins.
He won't. He never
That is
did.
true.
He never would.
He has
He's too plump
connections
for
to
that.
the black market because Crazy Red is a former friend of his, I believe.
Oh my god. Oh,
But-
Tom Nook, he is a mob boss in there.
He's
could
not
be.
a
In,
mob
practice.
boss.
He is a
He's
mob
never
boss.
done anything.
He is
for
a mob
anyone.
boss. You just haven't seen it. He's a mob boss. He's a very intimidating, powerful figure.
You talk rubbish. What are you talking about?
I talk the truth.
What are you talking
Pup
about?
just wants to play devil's advocate, even for
Fear.
terrible people.
Fear Nook. Anyway. Okay. And final group question. Is the sun ever going to set for Sunset City? Like, how long do you envision doing this? Specifically,
There will
Chopper,
be
you ever
one
gonna
more
fucking leave?
episode. There will be one more.
Until I decide to do at dawn.
Shut up, Frank.
So next week,
Piece of
That's
shit.
I just like hanging out with friends, and if we just keep bringing people onto the show that I like hanging out with, then I don't see a reason to stop. You know?
Any more people
Yeah.
that we don't like hanging out with, though, it will be done. Like,
Yeah, I'll leave immediately. There's
all
one
those,
person
all
I
those
don't get
people that
along
we
with.
had
I'm
on
out
that
of
we
here.
really hated. You know the ones that really suck. Like,
Oh yeah, those people that we really hated. Yeah.
yeah, like Tom Topics and Lit. Like those guys fucking
yeah, it was
suck.
Tom. Tom Topics. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Those those guys. Tom specifically, just Tom.
Well,
I'm
I
just
mentioned
kidding.
Lit as well.
We love
No,
you,
I'm
Tom.
joking about
I'm just
Lit,
kidding.
like,
We're just
yeah.
joking.
I'm joking about Lit. Lit's feelings will get hurt. Tom, on the other hand,
When I was saying I was just bullshitting the whole time. I wasn't talking about anything.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit this episode.
All right,
He's
cool.
quitting.
Sunset City's gonna be rebranded to at dawn. I'll take over.
Nice.
You know what? That's better than it not happening at all. So, like, I will fully support it.
Oh no, I don't want to do it.
Stupid Tom's in
Oh.
the chat. Go away, Tom. Just get out. We were having a
Hello,
good
Tom.
time
Tom's gonna
before you
be Tom
did.
can be part of it
Oh,
if he wants to.
no. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
Tom Topics.
Hello.
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 Oh dear. Okay, that's all of my questions. So we can feel free to move on to the super chat.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Dom.
It went really
was
well.
that was a good ass time. I'm now going to stop congratulating you, and I'm gonna put like some of these super chats in the mailbag. Dom, do you have access to the super chat mailbag?
Let me have a look. Yes, I can. I think I can see it. Yes. Yeah, I can see
The
it.
fact that YouTube has the fucking @ handles now, and I've got it in streamer mode, so I'm just gonna fucking put the full name there. Stupid YouTube. Someone
We got
else
somebody
say
asking
something while I log these.
what's at dawn.
Huh?
We got somebody in
go
chat
on,
asking
Frank.
what
Explain what At Dawn is.
At Dawn will be my new podcast.
Is that it? Are you gonna like have a theme for that podcast?
I guess it has to be themed after Sonic because that's where it comes from. It comes from Sonic Adventure, one of the greatest video games ever made.
Yes.
Mhm.
So
I actually
it's
low-key
just
think it is a great fucking name for a podcast, to be honest.
Mm.
yeah, I'm just waiting for the day that I'm like, all right, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and somebody's already taken it.
So you just take it anyway. What are they
Yeah.
gonna do?
Yeah.
That's true, but then
Anyone
again, like
We'll find out.
It's generative
am I
AI
re-
would be like,
oh god, it's like, am I
Oh my
really gonna want to
goodness.
make an all Sonic podcast after doing an all Sonic podcast and having this massive falling out with the creator of it or one of the originals? I'd imagine that's where it goes.
what the fuck's happening? What narrative
This
happened
is-
off screen?
this
This
is
is
starting to
crazy.
get
The
a
new
little-
lore.
Yeah,
I'd
You
imagine
haven't
that's
done
how it
anything
goes. You know,
wrong
Pup and I
ever.
have the falling out, and then I make the new show.
Ah, I see. Okay.
with blackjack and hookers.
Ooh, I don't know if we can have that. You know,
Your Podbean.
well, yeah, we won't go through stupid Podbean.
Had to get a few strays in there for Podbean.
Stupid idiot Podbean. Hello.
Sorry, Podbean, you make it too easy.
Yeah, you big
Yeah.
squares.
just the one time they send a few complaints, it just made it too easy for us.
Yeah, like how are we supposed to not snicker at your feedback when you're literally putting our quotes in there?
That was the clip show.
That was the
They were
the
censoring
big
it,
Sunset
being good little
clip show.
Christians they are.
It's
Have
really
no
funny.
fear. They have stories for years.
Hang on.
See, the list is growing. Lovely.
You know what else is
The
growing?
super chat
People-
list.
People are that really are very generous to this show, I must say.
The points of order.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely folks, lovely audience.
Wonderful
Fucking
people.
losers.
Oh man,
Okay.
why'd you have to bring it down, man?
Imagine sending money to a podcast. Fucking stupid.
See, if you sent money to the At Dawn podcast, I would never speak to you that way.
We would thank you, yeah. It would
Yeah.
be very parasocial.
It's like normal people would. Just,
All right,
you
we
know
got them
what,
all
actually-
logged down. Dom, do you want to
Is
read
it-
some of these too? Do you want to read?
okay,
All
sure.
right, you can
Is
get
it
this
like going to
first
be
one in
one
if you do
each?
in
Yeah.
table order. So
Yeah, we do
Cool.
one each, yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So, at Samuel Anoki 9073 donated $2 and says, "Will you guys call yourselves Sunset City Turbo?"
because the Friday 200 thing. We were called Sunset City Zeo for a brief period.
Yeah, I don't understand the reference very much. Cause
It
I'm-
was a
Power Rangers,
I
I'm
don't
guessing.
understand.
Yeah,
Power Rangers,
it was
yeah.
like they had different.
It's like, oh, I
generations.
like where this is going.
Yeah. Thank you, Samuel. The next one, Borger. This isn't actually a super chat, but I just logged this down. 3Monic sent 5 Sunset City gift memberships. Thank you, 3Monic.
Yeah.
And then we got this one from Mr. Krabs here, so I'll get that too. So Mr. Krabs sends $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. From it's the 200th Wario Time Friday. Ah, here we go. Dom, you get to
Oh my
witness
God.
the absolute insanity that is Mr. Krabs'
Crikey,
super
dude.
chats.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs.
He's
Fucking
made his own
amazing.
cinematic universe in our super chat.
Yeah,
That's astounding. That is, wow.
Borger.
Okay.
Is that me?
Yes,
Yeah.
Dilmar, it's you.
All right, like on 222 with the 2 Brazilian reals.
Hey.
Congratulations on the 200, guys. Frank, that's Brazilian real.
Yeah, Frank.
Yeah, Brazilian R dollars.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you, Lucaon.
It's Brazilian
yeah.
dollars or us.
All right, Borger Franken.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Krabs. I know it's Mr. Krabs with the $4.99 US. Gromit, why do I heard Lidl Lee meanwhile at Sonic I'm guessing that's Crossworlds?
Yes.
Patrick Lidl
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. When you're right,
Wario,
man.
Get off the road, Patrick. Vanilla. What Leedle?
I just love that they couldn't fit
fuck
in
are you
like the
talking
extra Leedleys. So
I don't even know where that was going.
Also, Patrick. Thank you, Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs.
Thank you, Mr. Krabs, for being how you are. Thank you.
Domic.
Okay, so Giorno Arts donates $5, or is that
Brazilian reals.
Brazilian reals.
Brazilian reals.
Lovely.
Been a member for a month as well. Ooh.
Can't believe is the 200th anniversary. Here for more 200 years of pup gaslighting, Dylan's Subway order, Frank's Brazilian reals, and Trey's Hollywood money.
They really got us in that super chat. They really had our number.
They went for all of us,
Yeah.
especially like the Brazilian dollar.
No, I appreciate that. The sandwich thing, I'm gonna be real with you. I really think if people tried it, they would understand. I'm not even being I'm not like upset about it. I'm just serious. I'm like, I think people would understand.
What do you think of the sandwich? Come on, man. Like,
I felt like a chef. I felt like Ratatouille. You know in Ratatouille when he eats the grape and the
That's
cheese
the opposite
at the
of
same time,
Imagine if
sees, like, the
Ratatouille
colors.
couldn't fucking cook. Then you'd have
I was cooking as fuck back then. Shut your
Imagine
mouth.
if Remy was trying to fucking sabotage Linguini. That's what you'd end up with.
Look, I can
maybe,
get behind...
but then the guy outside he would go like, "Whoa!" Like like the thing where his head he goes.
No, fucking
back in
Anton Ego would be like, "This is fucking disgusting."
Dom, you know him by name?
Dom,
I can get behind tuna and onions. I can get behind pepperoni and onions. I just can't get behind tuna and pepperoni.
Thank you.
That's gonna be a big ouchy stomach sandwich these days.
Fish and
but it was
garlic
very good
don't
back then.
go.
Can't mix. It shouldn't
Honestly.
mix. It shouldn't ever mix. This is one of
It
the
didn't mix,
things
but it worked real well. I'm
It's
serious.
the sort of thing that would make Gordon Ramsay shoot himself.
He wouldn't shit himself, but I think he'd like it.
If we do,
He'd
if we
like
do like
shitting himself.
if we did a Sunset City meetup in the future, we're going to Subway.
We'll do it. Yeah, and we'll all order the
I'll do
same.
it.
That way, there's no humiliation for any one particular party.
Oh.
I wouldn't be ordering that unless you guys specifically wanted me to.
Oh yeah, no,
We
no,
will
I will
order it.
I will commit to it.
I'll commit to the
I
bit
haven't ordered
too.
that since I was a child. I was literally a child.
But we have to bring like
Just-
breath mints, yeah? Like we'll bring mints.
Yes.
Okay.
Poor Subway
Because
person
otherwise the
just behind the
kissing
counter is
contest
going to be...
isn't going to go well
crying.
afterwards.
Yeah, they're like, why are these people doing this?
Why are they doing this to me?
Just going to ignore what the gross, horrible thing I said there, which is good. Okay. The Borg.
I didn't hear it.
Who's it's me now, isn't it? So Mr.
Yes.
Supersonic 28 with the $10. Thank you very much. Fun fact I learned after last episode, Sonic 06 happened because the writing team watched Spider-Man 2 and wanted to do that. Love story, moral dilemma with identity, why orange is so prominent, etc. Oh my god, really? Really? That's so sick! I like that game more now. That's so sick.
Go ahead.
I mean, also the initial reveal trailer had sampled the Danny Elfman Spider-Man theme in there as well. So like that's a pro tip
Yeah.
from me to you.
Seems real.
The E3 one.
Yeah, the one where it's like
Where he's like running through the place, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I have to rewatch that.
Yeah, no,
cool.
you'll
I
notice
didn't know
it.
that.
Like it evolves, it changes, but it starts off as like, oh, this is so obviously the Elfman Spider-Man theme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So Borger Dylan.
Yeah. Wow. We've got. Sorry, is it Mr. Krabs again?
Yes.
Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs here. Mr. Krabs with the $1.99 US cent. Song of day is "Silent Running" by Gorillaz.
Okay.
I know Gorillaz. I don't know the
I
song
know
though.
Gorillaz.
Yeah.
And I know Gorillaz 64 as well.
I know 64
true.
gorillas.
That's a lot.
Hmm.
Where'd you find all those?
What a freaking idiot. Borger.
Thanks, Mr. Krabs.
Franken.
KB with the $9.99 US. Happy 200, everyone. Did you guys see the new Chow Tales Halloween short? I have not.
I did.
Nah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, I have. It was cute.
I just like the idea that Sonic every Halloween just wanders off into the forest to chill with Chow. Have a Halloween party with it. Like, that's the thing, is if ever you feel lonely on Halloween, just do what Sonic did and just look for critters.
You know, walk into the woods and never come back.
Well,
Yeah, walk
that's
into
because
the-
Sonic doesn't have a job. Bum.
He is a bum though, and I like that about him.
Seriously, just get employed. It's not that hard.
Shut the fuck
God.
up.
I love the
God.
idea
Saying
that
how, like,
Sonic
the
was like
three of us-
invited to like Amy's
I've been-
Halloween, and he's just like, "No, I gotta go chill with critters, dude."
Yeah. That's
Amy,
so funny.
Sonic, you haven't been
You
making
want a job?
sense.
Just go get one.
Check out the
If
console.
only it were that easy.
What are you doing? Just fucking go.
All right, let's get that next one. So Dom,
Back to me. All right. So Jono Arts again. Lovely. So that's 5 more Brazilian reals.
Thank you.
Is that reals? Reals. Sorry, I
It's
keep
fuck
mispronouncing it.
it's Reals. I don't know, like.
Yeah. Oh well. This is a Sonic podcast with a big special 200 numbered episode. Yeah, forget that. What y'all think on Marvel ending the new Ultimate books early?
It's abrupt and like
They did
I'll
that
miss-
already?
Oh yeah, they're doing
They
like
already?
Ultimate Endgame and like the Ultimate Universe is ending.
Wait, what? Hang on a minute. That's
Yeah.
the one with the bearded
Already?
Peter, right?
Yeah, they got a good version of Peter in it, and yeah, they're ending it.
Oh, of course they are. Of course.
That's
With a big
it's
endgame
not
event.
doing well, I guess. That's kind of unfortunate.
Well, I think it's also
It's
kind of
built
nice
up
to
for
have
so long.
like a Spider-Man who has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I guess better do that than it outstay its welcome. Like, I mean, Ultimate Spider-Man
guess.
didn't, but like when they brought back Peter Parker after introducing Miles Morales, it kind of it was started to like jump a shark. I think, especially with like the reason why Peter was alive and Peter acting like kind of a dick as well. Like, it's like maybe it's good to put the kibosh on it while it's still good. You know, like.
I guess it's just a shame
Fair
that
enough.
like we're running
We
out
will
of
not
good
use that
Peter
logic.
Parker in comics.
Sorry, go on, Dom. Sorry.
It's just a shame that we are limited in good Peter Parkers in comics at the moment.
It's true, but then we can just look at our Lord and Savior Peter B. Parker in the Spider-Verse movies, and then we'll be fine.
Yeah, true.
Although he peaked in the first one, but like,
Yeah.
even so. Okay, so next one, Borger. Okay, so Mr. Krabs 459 says that sends $1.99. Thank you, Mr. Krabs 459. The OG cast of Sunset City was unhinged as well, pup. Yeah, they all had their fucking moments. They like to pretend I was the only one, but they all had their fucking moments. Like.
Yeah, I mean, we all do have our unhinged moments, even me.
You know how it is.
Remember the
How
time
it
that
is.
Dylan moaned?
Yeah, I remember the time Dylan moaned. That was really fucking funny, wasn't it?
When was that? I don't remember that.
Oh no, it was a time. I don't know what it was, but like you did like a moan sound, and it was really
Yeah, it
fucking
was like the
funny.
most out of nowhere thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can't remember what
Unfortunate.
episode
Okay.
that was now, but it was so funny. All right, well, next one, Borger Dillnor.
we got Jorno. With the 2 Brazilian Real. True, Mr. Krabs. Just watch episode 69 and you'll know.
That's referring to the OG cast being unhinged.
I like that you didn't you super chatted us to tell us that. But yeah, like it was for someone else in chat. You could have just like pinged them in chat.
We are now Mr. Krabs. No, but
Appreciate
like
that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, episode 69 is quite an unhinged episode for all involved because everyone's talking about which Sonic characters they want to fuck. Like, so, like...
God.
And they're all into it, you know? So, like... Yeah, don't hate me because you ain't me. Swag. Haha. Okay, Borger. Franken, you're up.
I now hate you for that.
Never say that again.
YOLO.
Yeah, please don't.
Oh god, he's poisoning the water hole.
Oh no.
Frank.
All right,
Frank.
Mr. Krabs with the $4.99 US. Wallace, Gromit, Rivet, Homer, Carrot, Carol, Kinnikuman, Pitso, Broly, Wario, Vanilla, Vector, Patrick, Tangle, Whisper, Sally Acorn. Congrats on episode 200.
This is... It really feels like the natural
The
ending
entire
point.
fucking cinematic universe rolled up.
That's
for that
not
one.
even the
That's-
entire
that's-
cinematic universe. Where's Vanilla? Like, where's Vanilla?
That's so
Yeah,
many
Vanilla
of
was
them,
in there.
though. That's-
Where's Pete?
Okay, that did
Where's
feel
Pete?
Oh.
feel kind of special. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
It feels like the story's come full circle, you know?
It did. It felt like that was like because it almost felt like these characters are a part of these super chats at the end of the stream. So it's like, I don't know. Fuck it, they're real people. Whatever.
Fuck my wife, Goof. I'm no longer asking.
Oh God.
That's kind of how that came about. Like, but okay. Borger. Dom, you're up.
Alright. Yeah. Mr. SP3753 donated $10.17 specifically.
What is that number?
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so where is that NFT these days? Is it floating around the dark corners of the internet?
So, Dom, you can vouch this. It's on my fucking door.
It is.
We
It
had
is.
stickers made for Sega Fan Jam of that NFT and sold them for real. And I've got some still. And I put one on my door. But like anytime we have like a guest, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not actually into that. Don't worry. However, there's a shadow version of it that you get access to when you join the Sunset City Patron. And I just want to. I have to be clear. It's not a real NFT. It's a JPEG. But like. Fuck, that's what an NFT is. So, like, you know, it's an NFT.
Basically worthless these days, aren't they?
I don't know. But Dave said that if Sonic Rumble comes out in November, then we all owe him $100. And I just said I'll give him $100 worth of NFT content.
You said you owe him $100.
I don't fuck it. Look,
Yeah, I never
shut
made that.
up, all right, Frank? Just shut your goddamn
And
face.
you're not allowed to take it out of the Sunset City. You can't take it out of Sunset City. That's embezzlement. You can't do it.
I'm not the one getting paid here, okay? He is. He'll be getting the money because, well, he won't be getting money. He'll be getting $100 worth of NFT content, okay? And that could be anything.
Upcoin.
Generally worth about 5p.
Well, I'll have to produce a lot of images of monkeys, won't I? I'll just steal someone else's. It'll be fine.
Oh, I mean, the whole thing comes full circle.
Yeah. Borger. All right. Me, isn't it? So Giorno sends 10 Brazilian reals once again. Thank you. Serially now, as someone following since the 06 versus Forces videos, I'm amazed how far this podcast came. You have made my days better. I hope all the fan art, comments, and talks we had made yours. Thank you, Giorno. And yeah, like it's been great seeing the art. Also, hi, Nick.
Hey,
Hello, Nick.
do any of you guys know if the burger guy cameoed in either the credits of Sonic 2 or is it just the music video of Sonic 2?
Wait, which Sonic
What?
2?
Like the
movie.
movie.
Oh, the
Burger
movie.
guy.
I was like, how could the burger
Oh.
guy beat Sonic 2?
Was he in the credits for Sonic 2?
Like
I have no
I
idea.
think he was like a silhouette during the music video.
Let me look it up.
I'm having a hard time finding it. I'm trying to find it.
If I find it, like, will that help you?
It actually is. I'm working on a video. I appreciate it.
I'm not seeing anything when I type in Burger Man Sonic 2. I could try Stars in the Sky.
It's probably a way to go about it.
You just had
All
to
right.
get here, didn't you?
Just had yeah. Oh my god. Oh, it's so loud. Anyway, happy 200 everybody. Congratulations. I
Yeah.
cannot find. If anyone knows, let me know. This drives
I'm
me
not
crazy.
seeing it, but thank you, Nick.
All right.
Thanks,
All right, bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Nick.
What an idiot.
Who was that?
And says he escaped the retirement home. Oh, that's fun. Okay, right. So next up, burger. Dylan, you're up.
I need a burger. I'm really fucking hungry. Let's see. Mr. Krabs, $4.59. Sorry, Mr. Krabs, the $1.99. I used his biblically accurate YouTube name.
Sure.
Episode 69 was my favorite. How hilarious it was.
Yeah, it is worth watching actually if you haven't
I
seen
wasn't there for
one
that one.
already. Like, it's a fun, it's a fun episode.
Dylan only watches the episodes he was on.
I only watch the things I'm in, yeah.
He's a fucking narcissist, which makes sense.
I like to see me doing well, you know?
That's why he only gave your video like 30 seconds of watch time.
I knew that. Like, yeah,
That wasn't
you
it.
say, like, yeah, I watched your Rouge video. I watched like 30
Dude,
seconds
he's about
of
to
it.
talk about Rouge the Bet? I don't want to hear that. I'm not in this one.
I
Oh,
told you,
no, the
I
sound effect
literally
is-
said, don't jump to conclusions. It's very nuanced.
The
In
sound
the
effect
script-
I
kind
believe
of.
you. I was joking when I said I didn't believe you.
You should believe me. It's a,
I
it's a
believe you.
great
I don't think you
video.
would have
It's
made the
amazing.
video if you weren't serious about it.
It's amazing. It's an amazing video. Okay, anyway.
You were certainly
Borger.
invested.
Franken, you're up. Yeah.
Okay. KB with the $9.99 US. I think the first Sunset City I watched was the one that covered Sonic Superstars' announcement.
That's Hey Now It's Sonic Superstars. I think that's episode 70 something, but I wasn't in that one. There was a brief period where I had to dip out of the show for a little bit just because I had a little life stuff going on.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. So brother,
Brother,
brother, Thank you, KB.
We're almost
Borger.
at the end. Oh my god, we have a lot more. I'm so hungry, dude. I'm gonna go
Get a
heat something
snack.
up to
Just
eat.
get-
All right, I'll
get
be
a
right
snack
back.
and just chomp away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Uh,
All right. So this one's me now, isn't it?
yes.
All right. Mr. Krabs 459, 199 USD. So the episodes about Sonic Movie 2 were funny.
Dude, there was an episode where we tried to do like a trailer analysis, and I don't know what it was, but something had me and Gilly just giggling, and like we couldn't, we like analyzed it for like 5 minutes before it just became jokes about like, I think it was the fact that Longclaw got shredded to bits by echidnas, and that just sounded like the idea of lots of dead echidnas and Longclaw remains just all over the floor had us laughing.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous episode for derailments. But thank you, Mr. Krabs. That's yeah, like next up, Borger. So we got Mr. SP with Mr. SP 3753, sorry. With the $20. Thank you so much, Mr. SP. Generous as ever. The best episodes were always the ones where everything fell apart, literally and figuratively. The thing is, we try to avoid that. Like, enjoy it when it happens, but we generally try to avoid it. Like, damn. Thank you, Mr. SP. Borger. So I think Dylan is still getting food. So Franken?
Webster with the £5.
Yep.
Okay. Gotta run, but congrats on 200 episodes. Thank you, Webster.
Get it? Gotta run, Sonic. Yeah.
I understood that reference.
Yeah. Thank you, Webster.
All right.
Dumb.
Circle around to me. Right, so Mr. Terry Chaos gives £2. Thank you. Ooh, look at me. 200 podcasts. Medium moguls.
Medium.
Hold up. There's something we gotta do. Real quick. I'm trying to figure out where it is, but right now, our friend Dave Vase, who we've talked about multiple times, is during the stream even, is at TwitchCon with Angry Birds. He's there on behalf, and I'm trying to find the stream because I think he said he's live, but trying to find that. Go support Angry Birds and Rovio and stuff at TwitchCon because Dave will be there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna look for it real quick.
I found one of them, but I don't see Dave on the stream. Maybe there's another one. Maybe there's a Rovio channel.
Be sure to find him and tell him Sonic should be in Fortnite. Fuck you.
He's with Angry Birds on TikTok, so
He met John Angry Birds.
All right, we're on the home stretch now, boys. So, okay, so Dom did the last one. It's me next. So Borger, Mr. Krabs 459. What got me into Sonic was thanks to Cirrus and other YouTubers. Oh hell yeah! Like Cirrus is great. Like Cirrus is fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Krabs 459. Hell
very nice man.
yeah. Borger Dylan.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still looking for this thing. Be cool if we could send people over there after if you want. Let's see. Mr. Terry Chaos, 4.20 pounds, right?
Yes, 420.
Big Froggy. Oh, big Froggy. That green wisp didn't agree with me.
Fucking Mr. Krabs has infected Terry.
Oh, no.
What happened? I don't know. Oh no.
Oh, he probably ate the green wisp. Wait, which one's the green one? Oh, it's the floaty. Okay.
The
so
jade
next.
wisp?
No, the floaty one, the one that floats.
Yeah.
Oh, hover.
He's just levitating now.
Yeah. Borger. So thank you, Mr. Terry Chaos, for the wonderfully numbered donation. So next up, Frank, I think it's you.
Mike 1911 with the $4.99 super chat. Wild moment for me was Sam correctly guessing where half of my username is from. Years after my forum days with Brick Arms. Happy 200, guys.
Hey, I guessed it too. I figured your name was Mike 1911 because your name was probably Mike. No, I know. It's 1911 is the gun that shot Maria.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh, pour one out for Maria, guys.
Oh no. Oh bless.
Okay, but Borger. Is it you, Dom? I think.
I
Dom
think it's
next?
me now, yeah.
Yes.
All right, so John Art has donated 10 Brazilian whales, lovely. And I believe he's done his own quickfire round. So he adores Jamal, he despises the Chaos Council as a whole.
Fair.
Understandable. Favorite zone, Kingdom Valley, the Shadow Generations one specifically. Avoids, I guess, Original Uranus. I see,
Yeah, original
yes.
Uranus Islands. Plays Final Horizon instead.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Unrealized, Mimic, Shadow 05. Favorite, VA. Oh, Manolo Rays. Is
So
that
this
one
will
of
be
the?
Brazilian, I believe.
Yeah. His Sonic. I see. Lovely. And in Hell, Rise of Lyric, and main on Crossworlds would be Metal Sonic with a Jamel mod. Okay, I gotta get that actually.
Bomb answer,
That is
to be
sick.
honest.
Yeah,
ML's a great character too.
ML's great, Jamel's great. Those two, well, I say Jamal specifically needs more love in the games. I'm campaigning for this guy to get in the games properly.
You know how it is. Borger. Mr. SP sends $5. Thank you, Mr. SP. Here's one. Which game has more unrealized potential based on the original concept? Sonic Forces or Sonic Chronicles? I'm gonna go with Forces.
Chronicles.
Forces.
I'm gonna go with Chronicles.
I'm gonna go with Chronicles because the reason I would say Forces is because Eggman takes over the world, and Chronicles sequel is gonna have that as a plot. So I think we would have had both, best of both worlds. Chronicles is also just a miserable failure of an RPG, but it has so many good ideas, and it hurts because it is exactly the kind of game that I would have tried to like the kind of ideas that I would have tried to implement for certain things, like quick time event, combos and stuff like that. It's just being all touchscreen related really, really made that shit the bed amongst a lot of other things. I think that one I could talk about it forever. I think about how disappointing it is. But yeah.
I mean, for me, it feels like with Chronicles, at least, there was a sense that they were really trying with the scale of the story and everything. I mean, just looking at the base, I mean, the gameplay, yeah, there is a lot that could be improved for sure, but the same could be said about Forces, and as well, Forces doesn't have the benefit of even slightly decent story. It's way worse, I think.
And it's also like such a wonderful concept. Is like, what if Robotic won? The
what if
thing
you
is,
won?
If you combine the two, you get Chronic Farces, which is a fucking Mr. Pasquale YouTube poop. So there you go.
There you go.
Good poop as well. Final super chat. Who is it? Who reads? Whose turn is it? Is it? I think it's Dylan. But he's muted.
Yeah. Oh.
So it will go to
Frank.
Order Frank.
Oh, how fitting. Mr. Krabs with the $1.99 US. Frank, don't be mad, but I'm a big main. I'm a big main in Crossworlds. Okay,
Wait,
so I saw that,
main in a
and
big way?
So I saw that, and I caught your other comment about like that Big is a character that you like or something, or same for me not to hate. I don't hate people for their opinions. I only hate when they try to shove it down other people's throats. That's about it. So if you like Big the Cat, cool. If you think Big the Cat's a good character, cool. If you try to get me to think Big the Cat's a good character and trying everything in your power to make that happen, I'm going to hate you.
What if it's done via a fun and enjoyable video essay that is not forced upon you but is sent your way?
No, he'll kill you.
Yeah.
I would respect that a lot more than some.
Suddenly,
I feel like that's targeted harassment.
I feel I think I would respect that more than somebody sending me like a Twitter thread of why Big the Cat should be less hated.
What if it had like something else in it as well? It was like something else as like a little treat for like sitting through it.
Well, like a slice of bologna in the middle of the book.
Well, like yeah, like a like a slice of bologna in the middle of the book.
That's a really good physical reward. I like that.
That's great.
But I'm not
You
going to tell you
pre-order the
what
next
page it's
Sonic
on.
game and you get free
yeah, well,
bologna.
don't put bologna in the middle of the book for Dylan. Put tuna in the middle of the book.
But I'm not going to tell you what page it's on.
You can just open it up one day and get a fishy surprise. Well, that is it. That's the end of episode 200. A big episode. Fucking huge.
Absolutely.
Good times.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, I think it's the Angry Birds 2 TikTok account. That's the one that's
Yeah.
currently streaming right now, and I'm assuming Dave was either there or something.
I thought, didn't he? Is there like a panel or something? Maybe they're walking to the panel.
They're currently just walking around so far. So
if you got a
I
link,
don't
just
know.
drop it into the chat so that people can go see it after this one ends. Because this one is going to be ending very, very soon. Like, really soon.
Do you have
Like,
the link?
so
Frank?
soon. So,
It was just the one that you posted in the group
The
chat.
one I sent. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll
think
put it in the
that's
chat.
I feel like I should say some nice words, but I don't want to. I
I think we've already been doing that the whole
Yeah.
time. So if you could say some mean things if you want.
All right.
Oh no, that's a specialty.
Well,
Yeah, I got it. I got it here.
we had a rough transition to 3D.
It doesn't fit in the chat. The link's too long.
I don't know. It's just very cool. I'm glad that we made it to 200. And, like, there's been ups and downs. Like, there's been times when there's been uncertainty. But shit, fuck, we made it to 200 and with a really cool new cast. And I think that's something for us to all be really pleased about. And, Dom, you've done yourself fucking proud in how you've structured this episode and stuff and how you've planned everything. Like, this is awesome.
Oh, thank
Yeah, that
you.
went really well.
It's a pleasure to be on here and meet all you guys like properly. And yeah, it's all been really nice. I've really enjoyed it. It's been very fun.
And in the future, we'll have, like, another episode at some point. Kind of like the one we had in the past where, like, you could kind of, you know, join in on more of the conversation as well, you know? Like, because then you could, like, talk about your own perspectives and shit, you know?
That was another
like,
episode I liked a lot. When we did that one and I was at my parents' house and my headphones sucked. And my
That was a
microphone
fun
was awful.
time, though. Like,
That was
yeah.
fun. I really enjoyed doing that as well. No, that was a good episode.
But
But no,
like, what's
it's
the
been
bet
lovely.
in that we're gonna make it to 300? You reckon? You reckon we could do it?
Oh yeah.
There's a chance.
I mean,
Easily.
yeah, why not?
Genuine chance.
All right, sweet. Okay, let's make it to 300 then. Hopefully with the same cast this time. All right, yeah, that's my fucking tribute words done. Anyone else want to put down some fucking bars of tribute or nah?
Thanks for having me on the podcast. It's been fun.
You know how it is.
I was gonna make an at-Don joke, but honestly, it's no, I'm not gonna do that. I did that earlier. Honestly, this has been like probably one of the most fun collaborative things that I've been a part of. Like being serious, Sunset City is just honestly. And when I had like the times where I just wasn't interested in making anything for YouTube, like this, content wise, like this would be the thing I look forward to, just because I get to hang out with my friends and we get to shoot the shit. So
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well,
And I joke, but I feel the same way. Obviously, I like being here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. So
maybe we should all kiss just to break the tension.
I think we can just stay friends.
All right, that's fine. Like, you know,
Ooh.
that's the usual protocol. Don't worry. And coming away with a friend is a net positive. Fuck it. Right. So, Dom, you've actually got like a more Sonic themed YouTube channel these days that you've been
Yes,
like,
I
kind
do.
Oh, really?
signing up for a while. Like, so, like, what? Tell us about it.
Yes, so
Where's it
my channel is Dominus TV, and I've been working on that one like bits and pieces over the past year or so. So I've done a few video essays on various characters, particularly Metal Sonic. I've done a video essay on Metal Sonic in the OVA, and I've done one based on Neo Metal Sonic, which has actually been picking up a bit more traction in recent days, which has been nice to see. And I've done one Jamal
Very,
and
very
everything,
good.
and yeah, I've been doing like little deep dives into characters here and there, and not just that, been trying the don't pigeonhole yourself, Dom. angle. Did a couple of
Oh, thank
episodes
God.
on. Well, I've done one on King of the Hill. One of
King
my
of the
favorite
Hill.
episodes of that.
Mm.
And I did one as well on Kaizu Sentai Gokaija, which, for those who don't know, is the original, is where Power Rangers Super Mega Force originated from, but is actually a lot better. Yeah, no, so I've been working on that, and hopefully I'll be working on more stuff for that. I mean, I usually did Doctor Who stuff, but I've always wanted to do Sonic stuff, so it's nice to pivot onto that as well.
But
really.
Doctor
So
Who
it's been
became
very nice.
bad, so he had to pivot.
Oh dear.
But your Doctor Who stuff is not bad.
That's great.
That's the important part.
That's great. Jono Arts actually says
very
I've been
good.
subscribed to him and not realized they're both the same person.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's great. That's fun.
Go Kaija, yeah, Go Kaija. It's so good. You guys should watch
There
Go
you
Kaija.
go. You guys are liking this. Yeah, hit the link. It's in the live chat. Go get this man a new audience. Dylan.
Yeah, check this out. There's a lot of stuff on here too.
No wave.
Dylan, you little
What?
bastard. Like, what's going on? What can we expect from you?
Oh, I'm gonna do a stream pretty soon, probably this weekend. There's a game called Caro Quest 64. It's
made for you. You got
it's
the same
basically
last name?
it's a 3D. Yeah, it's for frogs. It's a Mario 64 based platformer made by Mario 64 ROM hackers, and they let me have the demo to check out. So I'm gonna
that's
try
up
and
your
stream
stream.
that.
That's very
Oh,
good.
nice.
And try and do that maybe tomorrow or Sunday sometime. But I've played the demo previously. There was another one you can play. I think you can. It might be Steam Next Fest. Actually, I'm not 100% sure.
That would make
But,
sense because that's been going on this week.
It might be that. I'm not positive on that, but it is a very, very cool project, and it's about frogs, and I like those. So
All right.
anyway, that's me. And I'm making mods. Yeah.
Franken,
I haven't finished the Mega Man video yet because a Pokemon game released, and I started playing that instead. So I'm gonna try and get
Yeah.
that done this weekend. And then just immediately start working on the Angry Video Game Nerd 8-bit video. And then I'm gonna stream on my Twitch channel later today. I'm gonna play some Mario and Sonic bootlegs.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You'd rather glue your
and
asshole
it-
shut than play these bootlegs.
And then if they're not that much fun, I'll find some. I have a ROM hack I can play. It's based on it's based on a different ROM hack that I played like maybe a week or two ago, called Starlight Mario. So I found the original one, and I'm gonna play it.
This man
Yeah.
being thorough.
Hmm.
All right,
Pup.
Pop. What are you up to?
Yes. I don't know what's coming soon, but I have made a video on Rouge. Stop snickering. All right, just go watch
I'm
it.
not. I'm eating pasta.
Give it a fair shake. Stop snickering. We're talking about a woman's body, all right? Nothing funny about it.
Of course.
God. Oh no.
Yeah, just check it out. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at what I've achieved here. In not snickering myself.
I don't know.
Listen, I'm gonna give him the endorsement again. I haven't seen the whole video, but he would not make a shit posty gooning video that's that long. You know, it would be 3 minutes if it was a goon video or like a shitpost video.
See, KB's giving it a glowing endorsement.
He's probably got points. He's got points that make sense, I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, you know how it is. You'll learn a little bit about the history of Sonic Adventure 2's development as well. So there, now there's the second reason for you to check it out.
There's a what? There's a nut?
Yeah, there's a nut. All right. All right, well, good night then.
Yeah, all right, bye.
Farewell.
Thanks for 200.
Oh, shit, we never thank the audience, guys.
And thank you, the audience. All right, bye.
All right.
Audience.